What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today, we are going to be doing a little bourbon slushy. I got the Ninja Slushie broke out. I've used it one other time, so bear with me on it. But we do got a little Ninja Slushie action, and I figured it's summertime. So we got to figure out a way to make a summertime drink, but with like bourbon and whiskey, right? Sometimes easier said than done. I typically like a good old fashioned, but that's not a summertime drink. Let's face it. And all the other ones, I don't care for like the sours or like a whiskey sour too much. Like every once in a while, sure, but I need something where I can kind of control it, but still feel like summertime. And I thought a slushy machine would do just that. Honestly, I just really wanted a slushy machine. How about that? There you go. There's the truth. Breaking news. So, but now we're gonna use it. We're gonna make a little Buffalo Trace, kind of like, I don't know. We're just gonna have fun with it. I got a little cherry Coke, a little Buffalo Trace. We're gonna spice it up like a little bourbon cherry smash or some shit. You know, we're gonna just kind of have some fun with it. But welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're doing good, and hopefully you got a drink. If you're in the chat, let me know what you're sipping on. I'm gonna crack into this Buffalo Trace. I don't even remember the last time. I mean, I'm sure it hasn't been that long, but that I've had like just regular old Buffalo Trace. All right. Usually it's Eagle Rare, or a little E.H. Taylor or something. I went up to the liquor store. I had to pick the wife up some stuff, and then I was going up there to figure out if they had the old fits, because they keep saying they do, but they didn't, unfortunately. There we go. Get a little pour action. A little 90 proof BT. Well, I'm trying to figure out which one this is. I feel like the bottle is different than I remember. But anyways, so is my sound effects not working? What's that mean? Oh. Duh. All right, so got a little cherry Coke, a little Buffalo Trace. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there because it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to get a little icy dicey, you know? So my measurements are not spot on. So if you're following this to be like, oh, I gotta follow it step by step, it's not that kind of a stream. You know, we'll do a video later on and we'll go step by step with proper measurements. But I guesstimated like it's right about here on this glass that I need to fill this thing up with. So let's start off with a little Buffalo Trace. Of course, I don't have everything over here, because I gotta make enough for the machine to actually do it, which is more than just one cocktail or slushy. RMZ says Evan Williams bottle and bond old fashions, sipping on some Jack Rye 133.2 proof store pick. Is it one of those Coy Hill store picks? Because I heard a bunch of people got that lately. The single barrel proof ryes. It seems like we may have to add a little bit more in after the fact. Next up on this endeavor is going to be added in a little touch of spice bitters, a little spice cherry bitters. It's going like a little half and halfsies, right? Let's give it a little flair, plus to cut down on the soda. Could you imagine it just explodes everywhere? That would be horrible, actually. For like 10 seconds, it'd be cool to get like a funny clip, but then all hell will break loose in here. Super dangerous doing this next to my computer, but I'm doing it for you guys at this point. So basically what's gonna happen with it is the alcohol is not gonna freeze like that. It's 90 proof, it's not gonna freeze. But the soda part will. And that's where the slush comes in. So I don't mind if it's got a little bit more soda than normal. But a little BT, it kind of could hit the spot, I'm just saying. That's the one downside of having higher proof whiskey is you go to like something like 90 proof and you're kind of like, what do you want me to do with that? you know? It's like water. All right, let's pour this in. We'll check the levels. I'm off. I'm off on the measurements. My little finger thing that I did where I was like, oh, it's about this far, I was off. That's on me. It's on me. I'm not too far off though. One thing that does kind of like about this is you can't make like 133 proof rye store pick old fashioned in this. You know, it's got to be somewhat lower proof, and it's got to have sugar, which is part of how it freezes. But RMZ, how's the old fashioned treating you? I've been having Evan Williams old fashioned, and I don't know how long. Now it went over. No, there's no over. Up to here, it's full, so we're good. I'm gonna turn this on, just because I gotta put the cap on this. I gotta put the cap on this. RMZ says, yes, sir. I have the 14-year-old. I get it. Come in here, rub it in my face, make me a little jealous. I get it. I get where you're going with it. He's like, and I like the store pig better. Definitely with the price difference. I mean, I'm here for it all. I'm going to turn this on real quick. Let me know if it is just too obnoxiously loud. Oh. If it's too much, I'm going to move it. But let me know if it's like too crazy for you. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a store pick. I went, to be honest, it kind of sounds like I'm a proof whore in a sense. Is the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye I have. I simply picked it because of the proof. It's 135.4 proof, I think, or 134.5, one of the two. And it was literally the highest one that I've seen on shelves. And I was kind of holding out too. I've seen some like 128s, things like that, but I wanted something above 133. That was like when I knew I'd pull the trigger on buying one. And it's great. It's actually almost gone. That's what I drank almost the entire NHL playoffs. I was making whiskey gingers, drinking it straight. It was a really fun bottle to drink during that time. It's almost gone though. So old Jack Daniel's. It comes in clutch. But let me know what else you guys are sipping on. You know, we got some Jack Daniels. We got some Evan Williams. Let me check this little thing real quick. There we go. Once we start cruising, I do have obviously the Penelope I'm going to grab over, and I have a well, I'll have to save that one for a different day. But right, and I did get a package from one of the brands that I was chatting with. We're going to do that next Friday, I believe. Either that or I'm going to post a video mid next week with it. We got some things in the works for sure. So, buckler up. So, anyways, this thing's supposed to take anywhere from, it says 30 minutes to an hour. I made something similar about a week ago, and it didn't take that long. North Florida says, "What's up? Cheers. How's everybody tonight?" Well, I mean, slushy time, baby. Little slush action. Little Buffalo Trace. Little cherry Coke. Little cherry bitters. North Florida, I saw that the barn is going to be doing another drop soon. So maybe. Christian in the chat says, "What's up? Call me old fashioned. Sipping on that Wild Turkey 101 8-year. I picked up a bottle of Jimmy Redcorn this week, and I found a bottle of Eagle Rare today. The Eagle 12-year or the 10-year. You want to know what's funny? Buffalo Trace sent me this email, not like for the channel, just somehow I got the email. And it was like, enter in a chance to be the first one to buy Eagle Rare 12 year. You can come up to the distillery and you'll have to buy it. So I was like, I'd have to drive all the way to Buffalo Trace to buy this thing. Meanwhile, everybody else in the world has one at this point. Disappointing. But I do want one, so I filled it out. So the Wild Turkey 101 8 years good. I like it. But surprisingly enough, it didn't win in a blind. I can't believe the 101 beat that blind, but you never know. I haven't had the Jimmy Redcorn, but I do want it. I don't know. I keep trying to find the blue corn from Still Austin because that is one that I really want to get. RMC says, I was just fixing to ask where you were in North Florida. I imagine somewhere in North Florida. North Florida says, yep, Barn will have the George C. Stagg in a raffle if you buy the bundle with the Bushmill, Elijah Craig, and Barrel store picks. It's like $150. 3 bottles for that. That's got to be a little bit more than $150. If I had to guess, probably $250. Because Elijah Craig store picks are typically $80. Barrel, I don't even know what that store pick could be. I mean, if it's $150, that's a steal. You should do that for sure. Even without the George C. Stagg aspect of it. RMZ says, I've yet to find the Wild Turkey 8 year. It's good. I think it came in second in the blind, and the 70th came in last, surprisingly. When I knew when I was drinking them, the 70th was my favorite, but the Wild Turkey 101 won the blind over all 3 of them. It was lighter, right? A little thinner, but it just had more characteristics to it. That's why it won. That and the fruit note on that thing was money. Barrel only $9.99. What are you talking about, North Florida? $9.99 for a barrel pick? $99.99? $100 for the... I'm confused. Chris says the 10 year. I passed on the last 2 bottles of Eagle Rare I came across because I didn't want to pay 50. But I paid $50 isn't horrible. I'd pay 50 for an Eagle. I love Eagle Rare though. It's one of my favorites in the Buffalo Trace lineup. Christian says the Jimmy Redcorn is super complex, tons of red fruit and spice. See, that's the kind of stuff I like, right? If it has a red fruit note and it has spice, that just makes it primo to me. So, High Top says, what's going on here? A little BT, a little cherry coke, a little bitters, some Woodford cherries. Just making some slushies. We're getting 4th of July ready is what's happening, you know? Oh, if you buy the Bushmills and the Elijah Craig, the barrel pick is only $9.99. Even better. Because the barrel is probably the best one out of it, in my opinion. I don't care for Bushmills. Elijah Craig is Elijah Craig, but $9.99 for the barrel. I'm here for that. High Top, is this sound? Is it too much? Can you guys hear it? Is it like buzzing in your ear? Let's see. It says from Facebook, buy our Elijah Craig $89.99 and the Bushmills 12 year $59.99. Barrel picks and Rebel barrel pick for just, the Rebel for $9.99. Yeah, okay. I'm about to say like just barrel the brand barrel for $9.99 would be crazy. Rebel, I get it. A Rebel barrel pick for $9.99. They're typically on the lower side, so they're kind of cutting their costs on that side to sell it all. So Bourbon Gator says I cracked my Blue Note Jute Joint Barn store pick tonight. It was really good. That's the one that I was like really wanting. Um, I couldn't get all the way to Gainesville for that. The for the Bourbon Barn, I'm for a store that I knew nothing about at one point. They've been pumping out some really great stuff. Between their store picks, the way they do their allocated, I'm kind of upset I don't live closer. So, and it is what it is. But I definitely want to try and get to another drop there, whether it's even just to hang out or to do something, you know. But overall, they've been cruising it or killing it, cruising through the barrel picks. Almost every single time, it's been something I want. Like whether they're what is it called? What they have last time? I can't. Oh, the Chattanooga store pick. That one was money. I knew the blue note would be incredible. This thing is starting to freeze up a little. Why is it blinking? It might be telling me I have too much alcohol in there. Bourbon Gator says Bourbon Barn is legit. They're better than half the stores around me. I kind of get annoyed with the liquor stores around me at this point. I mean, I have like a love-hate relationship with them. I just don't like when they post they have something and then they don't actually have something. Like, why post it? It's kind of the nougat. Chattanooga. Bro, yeah, the Chattanooga one's money. Um, like Shores Liquor posted a couple things, and they have so many stores around here that it's like, which one am I going to? It's like Russian roulette, you know. You never know. Same thing with Golden Ox. I just found out there's a Golden Ox like 5 seconds down the road from me. They just don't have anything that. It's like their stepchild store. You know what I mean? They got some good stuff, like basic stuff, but they don't got what they got at the other stores. Yeah, Bourbon Gator says the next to our pick is Elijah Craig, I believe. I like Elijah Craig's, and I'm not mad at store picks by any means, but definitely not my go-to store picks. It's usually the one I always pass on. So if I had a sample of it, it'd really have to like knock my socks off for me to buy it. It's just not something I typically gravitate towards. But every store has a Elijah Craig store pick, so I that's why again I just think they understand the market better than most because they're like, hey, if you buy our Elijah Craig plus the Bushmills, you're gonna get this store pick for cheap, and you're gonna get entered into the raffle. That's how you sell an Elijah Craig store pick. You know what I mean? Like, hats off to them. They figured it out before everybody else. So they will have an allocation list for this drop too. I know that's how I figured it. That's how I saw it. I was hoping they had a little Jack 14. I go camp out tonight. You know, just sit out there and wait for the list to come out. What would have been live? 19 minutes. Slushie's already starting to form. It's still got a little bit to go. A little Buffalo Trace, a little cherry Coke, some cherry bitters. We're gonna top it with a little cherry. Ah, damn boy. He said 100% that vanilla icing on the blue note is prevalent. I love me a little vanilla icing. You know what is it? I'm drawing a blank here. Icing, frosting, a little Sunday action. I'm here for it. Oh, do they still have some? I really want the George C. Sag. I mean, I think we all do, but really at this point, I'm not dying for it. I mean, if it was an Eagle Rare 17, I would sit outside. I'd wait. 100%. Nobody would beat me there. I'd be there first. North Florida says Jester from the Discord tried the Elijah Craig pick and said it was good. Not sure how good. I love the Old Fit 7 years, so Heaven Hill Distillery can make some good stuff for sure. I knew the 7 year would be good. I don't think it's gonna like blow my mind or anything like that, but I want it, you know. It's like one of those ones where I'm like, I know it's mass produced. I'm kind of selfish. I wanted it partly because I wanted to make a video on it before everybody else did. So that kind of went out the window. So I'm not like dying for it. Like I'm not gonna go to 6 stores today and go find it, right? Because it's somewhere. But somebody posted that it was at the store down the road from me, so I went right before the stream. They didn't have it, so. He has I think he meant Elijah Craig, or EC. EC B525, and it's better than any store pick I've had. I mean, to be honest, one of the, I have 2 like store picks that are incredible, which both kind of play into what I personally like. Um, Obviously, the Nulu Double Oak Weeded at 122 proof. That thing won like Bourbon of the Year last year for me, I think, from just when I bought it. But it's a store pick from Seal Box, so kind of hard to get. Arthur says, just opened up my first bottle of blend, so I wish I would have. Wait. Just opened up my first bottle of blends, so I wish I would have bought before. I'm confused. I mean, blends isn't bad. It's not my favorite by any means, but I mean, if you're a big Buffalo Trace fan, I think it's something that you should. It just made a weird noise. I don't know what that noise was for. It might be telling me it's slushy time, but I'm not sure. The other store pick that I have is from Wild Whiskeys, which is the Lucky 7 Holiday Toast. That one's straight for wintertime, but it's everything I want during a wintertime. So both of those store picks were absolutely incredible. I mean, I have other ones too, but those 2 like are at the top of my mind when I think about it. That and like my New Riff single barrel. RMZ says, anybody had Big Creek? I have not. It might be slushy time, boys. We'll give it another minute. Just to make sure, you know. Bourbon Gator said, how this cocktail turns out is going to be the decision on whether I buy this Ninja or not, LOL. It took me a while to pull the trigger on this thing because it's kind of pricey, but I mean, my kid's gonna want slushies eventually. I figured like that's kind of what helped me make that investment. Plus, I used Red Mountain Dew and like I think I used Caribou, for just to like test whiskey, you know, and it actually came out pretty good. But the only issue is you can't use like a hazmat in this thing. The alcohol percentage is way too high. You'd have to dilute it to hell and back for it to make any sense, because it's not supposed to have a super high percent of alcohol. That's why like margaritas is like where they say to peak, but we ride it till the wheels fall off. So it looks fairly good so far. It's like, heard that. That plus it makes milkshakes, some frappe. Bro, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of this for sure. But I feel like the alcohol sector is what's really the selling point on it for me. So again, I use Buffalo Trace, a little cherry Coke. And I use a little bit of the Woodford Spice Cherry Bitters.
Just give it a little pizzazz, something different. That's all. All right. It says to leave it on as you're pouring. So let's go ahead and. Oh, yeah, we're cooking. That's like perfect slush amount with still liquid. Nobody wants just like slush where you have to keep sticking the straw in the ice. I don't have a straw though. Let's get a little cherry in there. That's how you know it's good. It sits on top, right? It's gonna sink, but all right. Moment of truth. Can Buffalo Trace make a slushy? It's fucking strong too. Like way more than I was expecting it to be. Because I put quite a bit of soda in there. I thought it was gonna water it down some. I think where it kind of froze up some. I definitely think just based off of this, I could have went a little bit more soda. It would have froze up a little bit better because the alcohol doesn't. It's not gonna freeze properly. Everything else has to freeze to kind of make it worth it, you know. And you can kind of see it's still got some liquid in there, but that's solid. I'm okay with that. I think I could have went a little bit more soda. Would have got a little bit more frosty. That's money. I don't even know what to say. I didn't expect it to work that well. I expected it to be a little too far off and us have to do like a second example. The only thing I think of is maybe throw a little bit more soda in there and see what happens. But Bourbon Gator says have you got into making your own old fashioned syrups? Or recently got into it and it slaps? I haven't, but I've thought about it a couple times. I feel like that's going to take a lot of time, which I haven't had lately, but it's definitely on the list because I feel like I know what I want better than anybody. So says, bro, you got me ready to go make an old fashioned. I mean, why not, right? It's Friday. This isn't an old fashioned though. I do think if I wanted to make an old fashioned here, it wouldn't work with just my normal syrup, bitters, and bourbon, right? There's nothing for it to freeze, right? But doing like a Wisconsin old fashioned with like Sprite or even club soda, I think that would work. Raph in the chat says, "What's going on here? We got bourbon slushies, baby. Bourbon slushy for the boys." Let's do this. Let's add a little bit of soda in there, just so I can see if it freezes up any better. So now I'm just curious. Bourbon Gator says, "Well, shit. Now I gotta buy a Ninja slushy maker." Hey, I'll go get a code. Let me holler at Ninja real quick. But hey, we need 10% off or something. 10% off would be pretty big off of this. 20. 20, take it or leave it. I mean, I think it's cool. It's definitely kind of gimmicky. It's kind of like a waffle maker, right? You want one, you need one, but you don't really use them that often, right? I feel like during the summer, we'll get the use out of it. During the winter, it's going to be stuck away and nobody's going to look at it. Joe says, "Damn, bro, got a slushy maker now? We're moving up. We're big time, you know?" We got a PR package today, too. But we ain't going to break in that, but we got something sent. The more I drink it, the ice it's melting a little quicker and turning into almost like a flat mixed drink, right? it needed one of two things: slightly more soda or a splash of water, maybe, and longer time. I think I got overly excited. It says 30 minutes to an hour when you do like a full thing. I did like a half, so I was like, 20 minutes is fine. Yeah. But it does say it does normal slushies, spiked slushies, frappes, milkshakes, and frozen juice. So I haven't got into the realm of making a frappe yet, but you know what? Wake me up. I work from home now. I'm gonna pour this in here so it can like refreeze up. I just gotta watch out for my cherry. That's like, I mean, I don't really backwash, but if there was, that's like backwash level 9,000. I'm just saying, nobody else is gonna drink it. It's just me. Joe says, I thought you were an old fashioned. An electric slushy maker doesn't sound and look old fashioned. Old fashioned cocktails, like the drink. Why are you judging me, Joe? Why can't I have a slushy maker and just make fun drinks? It's summer. Let's get loose on it, you know? We're gonna put the Buffalo Trace aside. I want something a little bit more proof. So let's break out the Penelope Creme Brulee. Let's turn this a little bit. This thing's fucking buzzing in my ear. This thing is money. If you haven't seen the full video I did on it, definitely go watch that, because I'm not gonna break it all down like I did yesterday, or actually I posted the video today, I guess. See, like, I'd love to make you can make probably like a white Russian with bourbon, but with this, I'd have the wife run up to Walmart real quick, you know? JC says, old-fashioned slushy? No, I didn't break it. I didn't go that far yet. I still got to dial in, like, how it works, because it can't alcohol doesn't freeze. So I'd either have to add water, or I got to find a weird way to, you know, spice up the recipe. But I did do Buffalo Trace, cherry Coke, some cherry bitters, slushified it. It was good. I already kind of poured one. I'm now kind of tweaking it to see if like a little bit of extra soda made the difference, or longer time, because I didn't really let it go the full run, you know? WT or FTW. What does that mean? Fuck the world? What? Bro, the creme brulee it's gotta be my favorite Penelope. Joe says, damn, my bad, bro. Enjoy your slushy maker. Shout out Joe. Shout out Joe. That's funny. I mean, I got it for my kid, and I got it for me. But I'm using my kid as an excuse. Because maybe he wants like instead of just apple juice, he wants a frozen apple juice. You know what I mean? I'm here for him. Now, if I add a little bit of whiskey in the apple juice, that's just called being an adult. Oh, for the win. I knew that. I was just testing you. I know. That's my bad. It's been a long day. No, this one, like when I drank the Architect for the first time, I'm like, all right, I really like this. This fits in with the profile that I really like. But I had a couple knocks on it. I said I wanted it to be a little bit more richer, and I wanted it to be slightly higher proof. just slightly. I didn't want anything crazy. And then they literally called me up and they said, hey, I got you an extra year age, and I got you an extra couple proof points all the way up to 110. I said, send it. That conversation's fake. That didn't happen. But like in my head, that's what happened. Because this is 110, 5-year age, complex stave. It's money. My only knock is it is just a little on the too sweet side, so it's good. I just don't think I could drink this all night. I'd have to swap it out. JC says, you got a slush maker. My dad got a seltzer machine. Notice a trend here for Father's Day gifts. Bro, we looked at a seltzer machine. But like, I don't drink enough of that stuff to like make it make sense. But I will say it was almost a pizza maker. A little Ninja wood fire pizza oven is about to go down. North Florida says, I wonder how the Brulee stood up to the Build 7. If it's what I have, yeah, I have Build 7. I don't think it would be a fair comparison if I broke that down and started drinking it, because that's over a year old. It's probably oxidized to hell and back comparably. But just off of from what I remember to what I'm drinking, this is better. The higher proof, the extra age, it feels like it has a little bit more to it with like a cream cheese frosting style or buttercream frosting. It has like a couple extra little perks other than the Build 7 was just straight soft serve vanilla ice cream, right? And oak, obviously oak on both of them. I think that was implied. But I would choose this over the Build 7. Christian says, that's it. Make an old fashioned. Do it, baby. You got it. JC says, I'm sipping on that 10-year horse soldier pick. How's the creme brulee Penelope? Incredible. Incredible. I made a full video on it, but it's definitely my favorite Penelope. So it's definitely on the sweeter side. There's no rye spice to it, nothing like that, JC. But like if I was gonna compare it, like it's not as sweet as the Havana. It's not as sweet as the Rio. The oak keeps it in that like that heat and spice level. So I'm here for it. North Florida says we have a pizza oven attachment on our propane Camp Chef griddle. We've been making pizzas for 3 years now. Having your own oven is great. Me and the wife we love pizza. And we had pizza at our wedding. And it was like a pizza food truck. And they had like this pepperoni and hot honey pizza. And I'm like, the only way we can recreate that is if we just make it ourselves. You can't put hot honey on the pizzas that you order from around town, you know? So I'm like, let's just eventually make it ourselves. So that's where the thought process was. And eventually we'll get there. We'll definitely dial it up. But the question is when. I can already tell with where this is at right now, it's already more than the last Slushie, right? Where the last Slushie was still had a little bit more like liquidify to it, where this is at now, the ice is kind of stuck in the back, right? Which means it's definitely thicker. North Florida says, the wife makes our dough, we go all out. Yeah, I mean, if you're making your own pizzas, you got to make your own dough. That's just throwing that out. You got to make your own dough. You got to make your own sauce too. I feel like you got to go full-blown homemade. The only thing I won't be mad with is like, don't make your own cheese. You ain't got to make your own mozzarella. You can buy the cheese, but you got to fresh grate it, you know? So, we can send you the recipe. I mean, definitely send me the recipe. I'm here for that. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. We're making a little slushy now, but then we're going to start doing some weird stuff. You know, drinking different bottles, answer some questions. I just really wanted to have an excuse to test out the Ninja Slushie. North Florida says, just tried the Valencia and the Rio. Bangers, especially the Rio. Penelope's doing something great. Great things competing with those big boys. Juan in the chat says, what's up, family? Familia, whatever. Same thing. I don't care for Valencia at all. I've tried it a few times. I'm not really a fan. I have it, but I don't really care for it. I like the Rio. But that's because I like the honey, right? And the Amberana part of it's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's good. Like it's drinkable, right? But I do think like I am impressed with what Penelope does and how they finish everything, because obviously this is all MGP stuff, right? But how they changed this to being something I haven't had before. I've had French oak, but this feels a little bit different. Same thing with the Havana and the Rio. They may be too sweet and you can only have a pour or two, but they're different, you know? The wheated's okay for a wheated. The toasted, not a fan of. Valencia, I'm not a fan of. The rose cast, it's good on occasions, but I'm starting to not like it as much. The barrel strength is good, but it's just kind of like basic, you know? Cinnamon for days on a Rio. Yeah, for sure. It's straight up cinnamon and honey. So, but you got to know that going in. All right. Let's give this, shit, where did I put this? Pull my cherry back out, you know? We're not going to waste her. Let's go ahead and pour some of this slushy again. Oh, yeah, it's already thicker. When it comes out in waves, that's how you know. That, you can see. Let me show you. Let me get a little close up on it. I don't know how to, fuck it. We're coming over here. If it sits on top, you know what I mean? That's how you know you got a good slushy. I just wish I had a straw. Like a straw with the slushy kind of goes hand in hand. DMing says, Penelope toasted is great. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's full-blown campfire. Like punch you in the face, smoke following you around the campfire. That's the only reason, like, it's just not what I was hoping for. That's all. Juan says, Architect's probably the best Penelope. In my opinion, it is. Now that I've had the creme brulee, honestly, that's my number one Penelope. But that's also like what fits best with me. That might be not what fits best with somebody else. But the creme brulee just kind of hits the right spots for me. Same thing like the Architect did. I love that vanilla note, how rich it was, how much it kind of was a little creamy, felt like ice cream, like from the sweetness level. I like the oaked impact. I don't know. It's just a good pour. Peerless toasted is good. Yeah, I like Peerless. I like Lucky 7. I like a lot of different toasted. I have the Woodford's toasted too. The Distillery series. That one's incredible. Let's pour up that next. I haven't had that in a while. The Lucky 7's probably the holiday toast. That's my favorite toasted, for sure. Or Flora says, yeah, why not? Picked up Architect first, grabbing different bottles from them. North Florida's been picking up bottles left and right, bro. I can imagine his collection at the house. Pretty intense. RMZ says, never picked up Penelope. Who's it still buy? It's MGP. It's MGP juice, and then they finish it. Kind of like Nulu. I think Nulu's still MGP, right? Ross and Squib. This is incredible. This it got so much better. That little extra splash of soda made it freeze up just a little bit more and enough to kind of hold it together. And I think it just set the perfect level for this. I'm impressed. Ninja's got it going on, bro. That, or I'm just an incredible slushie maker. Is there other people that do this? Do other people make slushies on the internet, or am I king right now? I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm taking the title. I'm just saying if it's open, if there's an availability slot, I'm just gonna slide into it. Only part that sucks about doing like a stream where it's just me in the room, I wish somebody else could try this and be like, here, take a sip, and they just go. That is money. You are king. That might be what they say. It's phenomenal. I'll never be able to recreate that though, because I messed up I didn't pour it up enough the first time, so I added in kind of randomly, and then an extra splash. So you know what I mean. I guess I can watch it back. The stream. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, 11 of you in the chat, let me know what you're sipping on. Slushie crown is yours. Oh, I got you. Wait, where is it? Right? I was waiting for the other one. Laura Flores says, yeah, the wife was looking at the machine and getting some ideas. We may have one soon to try your recipes. LOL. Oh, a slushie machine? I mean, just from tonight alone, I'm like, this was 100%. I'm okay with the buy. Little pricey, right? Kind of, it's gimmicky and pricey, but at the same time, like, it's fun, right? And sometimes you just gotta have fun in life. It's not always as serious. A little slushy just brightens your day, you know what I mean? Especially one with bourbon in it. No, it's cool. Just because you get to make different cocktails. Because this isn't just like a whiskey purchase for me. The wife can make her frozen margaritas. We can make some frozen apple juice for the kid, right? Have some fun with it. It will definitely, I'll end up breaking it by using it so much this summer, and then we can regret the purchase later. But Nora Flores says, don't forget to smash the like button, folks, and subscribe for all the fun. I mean, we like to have a little fun. I'd say this is a little extra for us, but I'm here for it. The only downside of this machine, can anybody hear it? Nobody's answering me. Can you hear this machine in the mic? Is it too much? Because it's loud. It's loud because I'm sitting like next to it. But like, you wouldn't expect a slushie machine to be super quiet. But God, it's driving me nuts. I will say one tip. I don't think anybody else would have this problem. Like me trying to make a slushie, I'm trying to make like a singular drink. You know what I mean? And you almost have to make a minimum of 2 to 3, right? Because you got to put at least 16 ounces in it. I think if you filled it all the way up with like a full recipe, it would be better because then you're getting the entire cylinder that is cold, not just like the tip. You know what I mean? You ever just had the tip? Anyways. North says, not gonna lie, mic is low, so no noise is a benefit. Well, and bro, it's the beard, bro. The beard's seriously long right now. Yeah, if I put it up here, people complain about my swallowing. If I put it here, you can't hear me. I don't know where to put it anymore. One says I can barely hear the machine. That's good. At least you guys aren't getting annoyed with it. KBV in the chat says, hey, just got here. What's with the doohickey? This, my friend, is the Ninja Slushie. I'm not sponsored or anything. I should be at this point. I'm King Slushie, if you didn't know. No, we made a little Buffalo Trace and cherry Coke slushy. We put some bitters, some cherry in it. Um, it's good. I'm just trying to test out my summer drinks. You know, I need something for when we go to the pool. I need something for when I don't go to the pool. So I was just kind of having fun with it tonight, testing it out. It made an incredible slushy. Incredible. This cocktail is money. It's like the perfect balance. I don't know why. I'm pumped with it. KBB says, oh my God. I know. KBB says, you making beer slushies? You could make a beer slushie. And if I get my hands on like a little bush apple, watch out, because I will. But I'm not going to make a beer, like a Bud Light slushie or something. Christian says, sipping this Jimmy Red Corn right now. It's just made an old fashioned with Bullet single barrel. Okay. I mean, I haven't had the Jimmy Red Corn, but the Bullet single barrels are money. Bullet in general is good. I like it. North Florida says, this time of year in Florida, the humidity through the roof. Need some water in them drinks. I mean, you're not wrong. And the ice technically is water. But I'd much rather drink a bottle of water, slam that in between. Ashlyn Holt says, what are you drinking? Slushie? Why, yes. I am drinking a slushie. A little bourbon cherry Coke slushie. Shiner slushie. Oh, like moonshine slushie? That would be probably a little intense. I mean, it's good. It's worth the purchase, in my opinion. I think overall, it's got everything I was hoping for. So it made a decent drink. I think next up we'll test it on the wife's frozen margaritas, right? I don't know how that works, but I'll figure it out and we'll make sure it works. Kurt says, have you tried the Costco Kirkland branded pre-mix old fashioned? Pretty good. I haven't, but I have heard it is really good. But I also believe it's made with the same thing, like the Kirkland bottled and bond, which is just $17.92, in my opinion. So if you like $17.92 old fashions, then I imagine it is good. But I haven't had it, so I can't really speak on it too much. Oh, he says no, Shiner beer. My bad. So I imagine it's good though, Kurt. I'll pick it up eventually. I just haven't been to Costco in a while. Ashland says, oh dang, nice man. Sounds good. Just picked up a bottle of Evan Williams single barrel vintage. Very good budget bottle. Tastes excellent. Well, Ashland, I haven't actually picked that one up yet. I haven't been the biggest Evan Williams fan. Bottle and Bond's not bad, but, you know, I mean, it sounds super pretentious. I haven't really bought many budget bottles lately. I haven't really bought much bottles in general. Ryan in the chat says, "Oh yeah, you're getting recommended to me now. It's my 5th time coming into your stream. They knew the slushie machine was out." He says, "Also drinking my rum and cokes as usual, Ryan. But could you imagine your rum and cokes in a slushie? Just saying, because I'm doing Buffalo Trace and cherry Coke. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like Ninja better hit me up." North Florida says, tried some Chicken Cock Island Rooster Rum Barrel Rye, Jack 10 Batch 4 earlier with the wife. She likes both. Jack 10 as the winner this time. Jack 10 should be a winner. I don't care for Chicken Cock too much, but I mean, if you guys like it, I'm glad you like it. I want that. I want to try the Jack 12. I haven't had that yet. Juan says, I don't know what to put in my glass tonight. Juan, you have everything. What do you have? Do you have any little book? I have the little book, chapter 9. I think that's what it was. I'll probably pour that up here in a minute. It was pretty good. Ryan says 50% Captain Morgan. I'm partying tonight. What are we partying for, Ryan? What's the occasion? Ryan says a slushy rum and coke sounds awesome. I'm just saying. I'm here for the boys. All right, I can turn it off now. Oh, thank God. Jesus. It's so quiet in here now. I feel like I was screaming before. I'm gonna move this over. I'm gonna move this over. Let's do this. This works. I'm okay with this. I'm not mad at that. That way you guys can still ask what it is later. Gives me room to put my things. Juan says, I have all the bookers. Storyteller batch wasn't my jam. I believe this one's newer, right? This what I have is chapter 9, None for Granted. I kind of see mixed reviews online. Everybody kind of just saying it's kind of basic comparatively, and I won't argue that too much. It is kind of basic from what I was expecting and price wise, but let's get a new Glen. Ryan says I'm turning 25 on Monday. Celebrate now because I have to work Monday. Well, Ryan, happy early birthday. Congrats to turning 25. It's all downhill from here, though. I'm kidding. No, congrats. Happy birthday. Sorry it's on a Monday, though. No Floor says, rum barrel rye is a banger. Just saying. May not be for everyone. Coconut and pineapple notes. Only chicken cock I ever tried. I don't like coconut or pineapple, so that's probably why I don't like it. Or why I wouldn't like it. But Juan says, happy birthday, Ryan. Everybody's pouring it up for Ryan. I don't have any rum and coke for you, but that cork pop was horrendous. I will say I made this in an old fashioned. Incredible. Delectable. Let me check on one thing real quick. Real quick. Anyways, Juan says I'm turning 34 tomorrow. Well, damn, Juan, happy early birthday too. I mean, we're gonna be live up until your birthday probably. So, 34. There we go. We're getting up there, boys. Well, Ryan says I pour one for all of us. Need something special in my glass at midnight. Juan, what are we going with then? I can't pick that for you, but a little birthday pour. You got a bunch of good stuff, so why don't you go with whatever won that March Madness blind? I don't remember what won, but that might be a good go-to. North Florida says Booker's. All I got is Old Tub. There you go. Christian says picked up Bacardi 8-year finished in VDM barrels a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good. Bacardi. I don't remember the last time I had Bacardi. North Florida says happy birthday, Juan. Now I gotta have 2 pours. Ryan says, you guys into UFC at all? For some reason, I love drinking and watching UFC. LOL. You missed it. Last week, I went live for the fights. Or was it last weekend? Whenever Sean O'Malley fought, I live streamed the entire card. So, yeah, I was just kind of hanging out, drinking, doing a couple different things, but mainly just watching the fights, just kind of hanging out. Juan says, thanks, North Florida, but I command a double shot for my birthday. Damn, bro. He says, I guess I'll have to grab my EH single barrel. There you go. I don't have any like fun Buffalo Trace stuff. My EH Taylor's almost gone. My Weller's almost gone. My Eagle Rare's, I have to leave it alone or I'll finish it in a day. I picked up this Buffalo Trace, so I guess I have that. My Blanton's is almost gone. My Stag's still there. Juan says, I'm debating between the cellar age and the EH Taylor barrel proof or cracking straight from the barrel. Crack the straight from the barrel. What are you doing? A little fresh crack on your birthday? What are you going to have? Oxidized whiskey for your birthday? I mean, come on. March was months ago. I say this is how we do it. At 11:30, you have an EH Taylor barrel proof, right? So that way you can say you had that. Actually, pour up the cellar age right now. Have like a half pour. Right? Pace yourself. Half pour cellar age. 11:30, have almost a full pour, not a complete full pour of the EH Taylor straight single barrel or barrel proof. My bad. Then at midnight, crack the straight from the barrel. Pour it up. Finish the night off strong. But who am I? Mr. Miyagi says, if you were given one last whiskey to drink, what would it be? What would it be old fashioned? One last whiskey to drink. I mean, I think like the full circle, I'd have to go all the way back to where it kind of all started, which would be the Woodford's Double Oak. It may not be my favorite anymore. It may not be the best whiskey anymore, but it still feels nostalgic to me. So I would go back to Woodford's Double Oak. Not the double, just a regular old Double Oak. And that would also be the bottle I picked. If somebody said, hey, you can never have any other whiskey, just pick one, it's going to be that one. Because that one, I like it every which way. I like it over ice. I like it neat. I like it in an old fashioned. It's lacking proof, but if I never drank any other whiskey, I wouldn't know the difference after a while. So I'd hate to get stuck with like a super high proof, and then I'd be like, what do I do with this? You know? I mean, I drink it, but this one, what is this one? Like 110, 115? 121.8 proof on the little book, chapter 9. This one is, let's see, it has 8-year Kentucky straight rye, 11-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It has 11-year, 7-year, 7-year, and 8-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey blended into it. So, iRock says, hey, what's up, team? iRock, welcome back to the stream, baby. Happy Friday. Missy Maggie says, my girlfriend thinks I have a problem because I drink Evan Williams behind Walgreens. Can you tell her to chill? Why don't you invite her for a drink? You know what I mean? If she's upset about it, maybe get her a glass. You know? Or let's stop being greedy. Let's get her a bottle of wine, grab her a shopping cart, get her a blanket, and let's make a date night out of it. I'm just saying. Christian says, it's really hard to beat Woodford's Double Oak. I just find it like, it's one of my favorite bottles that you can find any day of the week. Doesn't matter what it is, what time it is. You go into a liquor store, they have it. It's not a bad price. It's under 50 most of the times, or right around that, just depending on where you're at. And it hits all the marks for me. I like it in an old fashioned, even though it's low proof. I like it neat. I like it over ice. I've made weird cocktails with it, so I'm here for it. Missy Maggie says, I love you, man. We love you. So, we'd love you more if you invited your girlfriend for a drink and not just be weird behind Walgreens. So, This didn't hit the spot. I'm just saying. Like, it's good. But, like, I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more. iRock says the price of Double Oak keeps creeping up and up. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of that. Luckily, typically when I get Woodford's Double Oak, I get it from Costco, and the price is always pretty cheap. So, shout out to Costco on that. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it going up, but, like, I get it, though. You know, like, because it's... I don't know many people that talk bad about Woodford's Double Oak, so... Norfolk says, I love Woodford's Double Oak, store pick I have. And I just tried another one, and it was also amazing. And not a bad price. No argument here. See? iRock says, my old granddad 114 ain't creeping, though. She's staying in the wheelhouse. That's good, though, right? Because it's a solid budget bottle. One of the best, if not the best. So, one said, I started with some tequila. Somebody needs to call Juan and tell him it's his birthday tomorrow, because I think he forgot. Let's do this. Let's grab a little bit of a harder bottle that most people don't have, which is going to be the Woodford's Reserve Distillery only release of their toasted barrel or toasted bourbon. Only issue is we're going back down in proof. So, I may have fucked that up. I bet you this could have made a slushie. That would be a waste. Because I'd have to pour like half this in. Juan says Woodford Double Oak is one of the best. I love the love that Woodford's Double Oak gets too. You know? Just because like every time I say something's good, most of the people go like, you're fucking retarded. You don't know anything. Miss Miyagi says, my brother sent me a bottle of Penelope barrel strengths. Might be one of my favorites now, man. I have it. It's good. It's not my favorite. Only reason is because, like, again, sounding super pretentious, with shelves of whiskey, it's never going to be my go-to. It's just, it's good. I like the proof, but it just has, like, very simple tasting notes. So if I was just starting out, for sure, something I would go to. But when I have this much, it just doesn't hit the radar for me. But it's good. I'm glad I have it, because other people do like they see it and they go, oh, I'll try the barrel strength, because a lot of people like Penelope. It's just super approachable. It's a fun looking bottle. The colors are fun for people, so they just gravitate towards that part of the shelf. You can see most of them, if not all of them. Rio to Architect. Yeah, you can see them all. A little harder to see, but Juan says, don't worry, it's good tequila. All right, what kind? What kind is it? Let's hear it. Kurt says, hey, why is Buffalo Trace so hard to find now? Used to get all the time at Kroger, and now can't find it anywhere in Indiana. I don't know exactly. I know, like, obviously Buffalo Trace was super easy to find, and as like the bourbon market got more hyped up on Buffalo Trace, it just became like one of those things that people just bought up, you know. Now, I have my own theory, right? Hear me out. Buffalo Trace is just a standard mash bill, right? What are they going to make more money with? Buffalo Trace or Eagle Rare? Or Eagle Rare 10-year? Or Blanton's? Or E.H. Taylor? Or any of that stuff, right? So I think naturally they would produce less of this so they can age it longer to make the other stuff, right? Because they had to have a stockpile for this Eagle Rare 12-year from somewhere, because they're keeping that 10-year and they're keeping the 12-year, and they're both supposed to be shelfers, stuff that are supposed to be able to sit on the shelf and just be constant, right? So that means they are expecting to pump out a ton. I also think during the bourbon boom during COVID, people were ramping up production, stockpiling whiskey so they can age it. And eventually we're going to start seeing that flow through, of shit just flooding onto the shelves. I think Buffalo Trace is going to be one of those things. So I think they just weren't producing a ton. They had a bunch because it wasn't selling. But then once it started selling up, you know what I mean? Like, where's it gonna go? It's sold out. Now they still have to age it. So I don't know. That's my rant for the day. Buffalo Trace is good, but it's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, you can find better stuff for about the same price. Where's old Tuxedo Cat at? I don't know. We're gonna have to get on HR on him. Kurt, if you can't find Buffalo Trace, if you can find any of the benchmark stuff, those are all good. A little bit more spice to it. It's cheaper, but a little bit more oomph to them because Buffalo Trace is only 90 proof. And yeah, I also think it's part of like where you're at in Indiana. Florida, we don't have a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff, but we do have stuff hitting the shelves. Georgia is like the mecca for everything Buffalo Trace. RMZ says Buffalo Trace is everywhere here in Georgia, right? Eagle Rare sits on the shelf there. Somebody in the Discord said in Texas that E.H. Taylor was sitting on the shelves. So I think it's hitting. Like, there's stuff hitting the shelves that people are just not buying up anymore. I just think it's certain areas. Juan's drinking a little tequila. Canes? I can't pronounce that. I can't weed. I mean, if that's what you like, I mean, by all means. But you asked for my opinion, so I told you what to drink, but whatever. It's your birthday. Ruin it if you want to. Indianapolis. Do you know the guy that sings the Colts song? The theme song? You know what I'm talking about? No? My bad. I've never been. My buddy lives over there, though. He's from that area. He brought me some Hard Truth from there. What did he bring me? Where the fuck is my... Oh, I put it on the bottom. He brought me the weeded one. Juan said a shit ton of E.H. Taylors in Dallas. I think you were the one that posted in the Discord, Juan, about the E.H. Taylors sitting in Texas. But I heard that too. Like a couple other bourbon groups have been talking about how different Buffalo Trace stuffs is kind of sitting in different areas. KMB says, "Is that the Woodford's double oak?" It's no, not this one. This one is the Woodford's Distillery Series Toasted Bourbon. For some reason, I can't get this camera to work tonight. So let's go to this camera. Oh, here we go. Toasted. I do have the double oak though. The double oaks. I mean, I get it. I want the ones in the smaller distillery only releases, but I have the one that's in the master collection, the double oak. It's good. I'm surprised it's not gone because I really like that bottle, but I think it's almost one of those bottles that I really like so much that I just don't want to let it go. Go Pacers. Oh, I forgot. Are they playing right now? I'd be okay with the Pacers winning. It's about time, right? I'm a Miami Heat fan, so it doesn't really matter, but no, they're not playing. Game 7's tomorrow. That should be a fun game. It should be a fun game regardless. Mr. Miyagi says, "Call me old-fashioned. I have to give you props, man. You got me on the old Granddad 114. Never a bad night." Mr. Miyagi, I'd love to take credit for that. I really would. But it's iRock in the chat. He's the one that he literally like bullied me to buying that bottle for like almost a year. Because I saw it and I have old Granddad 100 proof or bonded. And I was like, it's good, but it doesn't blow my socks away. So what's 114 gonna do? And then I bought it and I was like, oh my God, this is where it's at. Yeah, never a bad night with that bottle though. Canby says, "How do you like the toasted?" I've heard mixed opinions. I got the regular double oak. It's pretty good. I love the regular double oak. One of my favorites. Was my favorite for the longest time. The toasted is good. It's not as good as the double oak, but it's different, right? This one's got a little bit more like char to it than oak, which kind of like changes the entire profile. I have this one. Let's move the Buffalo Trace off. Let's talk Woodfords, because I have a couple. Right, I have the toasted, obviously, and I have a full video on all these. I have the Chocolate Whisper Redux, which is the highest proof that Woodford's ever released. And then I also have the blended malt sherry cask finish. Now I am like, there's no like denying it. I am a massive Woodford's fanboy. I love everything they put out. Now I'll be critical when it's time to be professional. But this Chocolate Whisper Redux might be my favorite pour this year. Just the proof, like it's 0.6 proof away from being a hazmat. You know what I mean? And it just gives, I gotta drink it. It's just good. And like, I love chocolate notes. It's one of the first notes that I picked out because of Woodford's. So the toasted gives you a little bit of toastness. The blended malt would probably be my like least favorite so far, but the sherry cask is, I mean, I really like the New Riffs Kentucky straight malted rye whiskey. It's barrel proof, but it's finished in sherry barrels. This one's like a low proof version with the same kind of like profile as that one. So, Kurt says, just bought Hard Truth Sweet Mash collab with Mellencamp whiskey. I haven't had much of the Hard Truth. I've only had the wheated one, and it was good. I really liked it, actually. So I definitely am on the lookout for a couple. I think I want to get a rye next from them. Game 7 Sunday night. Is it Sunday or Saturday? I'm pretty sure it was Saturday. Just so you know. Oh, you are right. I'm wrong. I read the app wrong. Sunday. What a weird game 7 night, but okay. RMZ says Old Granddad 114 is one of the best budget bottles ever. I agree. It's top 2. And I can swap back and forth every night. And that's going to be the other one would be the Benchmark Full Proof. Because they are so different. They're both high proof. They're both under like 20 bucks-ish. So I'm right there with you. Can B says, Badass Man, Woodford's is great and affordable. Can't go wrong at all. Facts. Now I will say the Chocolate Whisper Redux it was kind of pricey. It's like $100 at the distillery for a 375. So it's got a lot of proof to it, so you got to kind of like warm into it. But it like makes your mouth water. It's one of the fun parts. So it's like it hits you and you're like, all right, cool, we're here. So I'm a big fan of it. The Woodford stuff, honestly, is you really can't go wrong. So I think overall, the highest proof they ever released, if they release something even higher proof or even remotely close to it, 100% I'd be buying it. My one complaint ever has been for the Woodford's double oak even, or the double oak. I want it at a higher proof. I think it would just be that much better if they released that like a 110 proof. So when they came out with the Chocolate Whisper Redux, I get it. It's like a special release type of thing. But like it also shows that you can charge more for higher proof. You can make more money if you just bottle at higher proof for any of their stuff. So I think they should, in the future, if they listen to anything I said, even if it was a distillery only release, 2026 edition, for example, of Woodford's double oak, or I'm sorry, double oak, release it at barrel proof. Release it at a 110 proof. I don't give a shit. Give me a little bit more. I just feel like, just you know what I mean? Just hear me. Just hear me. Chris says, isn't Woodford's tied to the Derby? It is. Woodford's typically does like, they sponsored part of the Kentucky Derby, them and Old Forester. So Woodford's typically does like what is it, the $1,000 mint julep or something like that, and they have like $1,000 cup made of gold and diamonds or some shit like that, something crazy. Old Forester, I actually have it over there. The wife finished it, but it was the Old Forester mint julep premix. She loved it, and she's not a bourbon drinker. She's not a whiskey drinker at all, but she drank that entire bottle by herself during the NHL playoffs. So it's a win. If your wife doesn't like whiskey, I think that might be something you should try. Unless she hates mint, then you know what I mean. RMZ says benchmark full proof is a young stag to me. Careful. Every time I say that, people start yelling at me. But I agree. North Florida says they're coming out with some barrel proof Woodford. Rumors have it. So I have this one, right? The highest proof they released for the Chocolate Whisper Redux. I have the Woodford Reserve Master Collection at 121.2 proof. This one's incredible as well. But that's just basically high proof of their traditional Woodfords. I want a higher proof of their double oak or double oak. I don't care which one. Zane in the chat says, hey, Zane, welcome to the stream. Oh, my camera died. Hold on. We'll swap her out. Oh, somebody just subscribed in. I'm going to miss it. I totally missed it. My bad. What are the odds there? Whoever just subscribed, welcome to the family. Happy to have you. My bad I missed it. What are the odds I stand up as you subscribe? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 10K. We're a long ways, but we'll get there. Oh, it was Cam, my bad. Cam, just subbed. Hope you have a good night. I'll catch you another time. Got to hit the bed. Cam, I appreciate you stopping by, chatting with us, hanging out. We go live every Friday. Times are up in the air right now, but it's between 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Time in that window. So make sure you turn the bell on. And yeah, we'll see you next week or when the next time I go live. Liz in the chat says cheers. Cheers, boys. But yeah, so I'm not going to pour up any more of the Woodfords. What should I pour next? You guys let me know. I got a ton of stuff. I've been itching to drink a couple things, but I'm going to let you guys pick. So Christian says, my wife likes hot toddies, but she can't smell whiskey otherwise. Christian, this is how you fix it. I'm not joking. The wife liked this. It was one of the first times she liked the whiskey. Go make a hot chocolate. It's got to be the Swiss Myth. What am I, having a stroke? Swiss Miss hot chocolate, dark chocolate one. Put a little Buffalo Trace bourbon cream, right? Little splash in there. Then Woodford's double oak. Another little splash, like a 1 to like 3/4 ounce in there. A couple marshmallows. Serve her up that, then you come talk to me. Then I want to thank you and an apology for not doing it sooner. Liz says she likes bourbon, but only one kind. I just told him. I killed the Old Forester bottle, the mint julep. And you don't like bourbon, you like the cocktail, which is a pre-mixed cocktail. It is lower proof. I think it's like 60 proof, but baby steps. I bet you if I made her a mint julep from scratch, she'd probably like that too, and we could probably work her up in proof-wise. But that's just we'll figure that out soon. Maybe I'll pick that stuff up tomorrow because that stuff's cheap. I have the bourbon. I just need the either just fresh mint or fresh mint and the mint syrup. So what should we pour up next, boys? It's up to you. We've had some Woodfords toasted. We've had some Woodfords Chocolate Whisper Redux. Obviously, we have the Buffalo Trace that we made the Slushie in. So, you know what I mean? So let me know what we should pour up next. Here we go. Have some Redwood. See, Juan, this is why I keep you around. I drank Redwood Empire so much that people literally got mad at me for it. So, which one should we drink? I love the Pipe Dream 101. I also like the Rocket Top Rye, Grizzly Beast, Screaming Titan, Devil's Tower. I got them all, bro. What are we doing? One, you got to be more specific. How about this? Anything but the Devil's Tower, because I drink the Devil's Tower every time. So I do have Emerald Giant, Lost Monarch, Pipe Dream. All white labels, low proof. I have the Lost Monarch and the Pipe Dream Cask Strength, Pipe Dream 101, Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast, Bottle and Bond, and the Rocket Top Bottle and Bond Rye. I have the Van Dusen Straight Rye Whiskey, which is the single malt mash, Screaming Titan, Wheated Bourbon, and the High Rye Bourbon Devil's Tower. So almost all of them. Mr. Oz says, any Nashville Barrel Company? No, I do not. I don't know what that is, to be honest. But a good old Tennessee whiskey never hurt nobody. Juan says, let's do Grizzly. I like where your head's at. I have batch 3. By the way, I know batch 4 is out, but I haven't had batch 4. Whoa, 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 whoa. This bottle is almost gone. So I imagine this thing would be a little oxidized, if I had to guess. The corks stay good, right? But I have had it for a while. This thing was bottled in June of 2023. So this liquid's been in this bottle itself for 2 years. Cork was almost getting dry. Pour it up, pour it up. Chris says, have you had any of the J. Riger? It won an Ascot for Best Craft Whiskey. I have not. I haven't, I've had some craft, but I really haven't dove too crazy into it. Now, I want to get more into craft whiskey. I'm going to do a quick plug. I'm not breaking into all this, but something that's going to help me do that is I did have Blind Barrels reach out to me. They sent me a package. They said, this is how you get into craft whiskey. So they sent me a blind of 4 different whiskeys, all craft stuff, all American brands. So I was like, here we go. So I'll do a blind, and then whatever wins, I'll end up buying a bottle of that. So that will be next week. But we're going to work with them and see what we can do. So Norfolk says, good pour here in Gainesville is doing a Haystack Needle store pick. Wait. Good pour here in Gainesville is doing a Haystack Needle store pick in the coming months. Excited for that. You go ahead and pick me up one of those, North Florida. Go ahead. We'll figure out a way to get over there. I'd love to get the Haystack Needle. I'll still beat myself up for that one. Is when they sent me the email saying, hey, you can buy both before it releases. And I was like, I should buy both. But they were $125 each, which would have been $250 pre-shipping. I just bought all of the small lot series. And I was like, I just went pretty heavy. I'm gonna hold off. I'll wait for it to hit the shelves. I'll pick them up one at a time. And then they sold out within 5 minutes of that email. So yeah, kind of sucked. But at the same time, I was talking about Redwood Empire so much that people literally got annoyed. So Northport says I might have a call me old fashioned shelf in my cabinet. I mean, I wouldn't mind. It's like I'm moving in. I get a drawer, right? It's where my socks and my tank tops go. Christian says wine barrels looks pretty dope, but if I remember correctly, they're kind of expensive. Yes and no. It just depends on the way you look at it. I mean, now granted, I have not tried them at all. They sent it to me. I'm not promoting shit yet until I get in and actually try it, because I'm not going to promote it if I don't think it's worth it. But from what I saw, I think buying it individually is way too overpriced, in my opinion. Individually, you can go buy a bottle to risk it if you want to do that, right? If you buy like the annual, I think personally, from what I remember, that looks like it would be worth it, even for like an investment just to try. But again, let me test out what's in there. Let me see how it is. Let me feel the experience, because it definitely is an experience from what I've heard, rather than just getting samples of whiskey. But I'll kind of, obviously I'm going to be honest with anything. They're not paying me to do it. If I like it, I can get you guys like a discount code and I can promote it that way. But that's only if I actually like it and want to promote it. So I have no code as of right now, because I want my review to be 100% honest. So RMZ says you can't talk about Redwood Empire enough. What are you talking about, bro? I've spent like 3 months talking about Redwood Empire. So Redwood Empire, this one is Grizzly Beast, obviously out of Sonoma County, California. This one's a bottle and bond. My one knock on Redwood Empire was their bottle and bond were the same price as their cask strength. I love the art on these bottles. It's a big thing with me. I want something on the shelf that attracts in people. And their bottle and bonds, colors, the art, it did just that. Now this one's batch 3. And their batch 3, the mash bill was a little bit different than what you normally see. This one's 68% corn, 20% rye, 5% wheat, 5% malted barley, and 2% trinticle. I don't know what trinticle is, but it's 2% of it. Distilling series is 2018 in the spring. This was bottled June 2023. This one's aged for 5 years. I can tell just from that sip, this is oxidized. It's got a little bit too much air for too long, but it's not bad still. Don't get me wrong. It's just lost a little bit of its luster, if I'm just being honest with you. But Redwood Empire is cool, because every time you buy a bottle, they plant a tree, which kind of goes back into like the redwood forest, stuff like that. It's just really good whiskey, right? Everything they've pumped out, I've liked. Now, for a while as well, they were sourcing whiskey from MGP, aging it in California, selling it. So, again, take that for what you will. Everything they produce now, moving forward, is all going to be from their distillery. I am going to put this back because I want to try something a little bit fresher. This Redwood Empire Pipe Dream 101 is newer. I got this in like February, right? February? The year's flying by, boys. But it also has more whiskey in it. I did bring this to one of the whiskey drops over there at the Bourbon Barn too. I could do better at flipping the corks. RMZ says, LOL, I love it. I mean, what's your favorite Redwood Empire, RMZ? was trying to see if anything else would work. But yeah, this one feels like it hasn't been as oxidized. Now, just to give you an idea, this is their first release of their Pipe Dream 101. Before this even came out, I said they have their white label, they have their cask strength. They needed something in between. This one, the Pipe Dream, was like their #1 seller. And I was like, nobody wants to spend, like a lot of people weren't liking the white label. It was like a 90 proofer. Like it was good, but it wasn't enough for the bourbon enthusiasts. The cask strengths were too pricey for people to dive into it. Nobody wanted to spend $80, $89 for a bottle, especially if they don't know if they like the brand yet. So I was like, if you come out with like a mid-range, a mid-proof, a mid-price, mid-everything, like it would allow them to get into the market better. A couple months later, they released Pipe Dream 101. I'm not saying I created the idea, but like I'm still waiting for credit on that. But it came out, it was like 50 to 55 bucks, middle price, 101 proof, middle proof in my opinion. And they came out with a slightly different mash bill than the typical Pipe Dream 101 or the cask strength. I don't remember off the top of my hand, and it's not on the bottle like it normally is. So, but this is release 1. RMZ says, Pipe Dream 101 is my favorite. Hey, I'm here for it. Pipe Dream 101 is incredible. It's definitely like Grizzly Beast, Rocket Top, and this one are my top 3. Grizzly Beast was my favorite for like the longest time. Then Pipe Dream 101 came out. But the Rocket Top, okay, let me go back. The Grizzly Beast and the Pipe Dream 101 I've done in blinds, and they haven't won. They've came like 2nd and 3rd, but they've never won the blind. Rocket Top has won the blind in every rye battle I've ever put it in because it just fits perfectly with what I personally like in a rye. So it's got some mint, it's got some earthiness to it, it's still got the spice. It just hits all the marks, you know? This one's still nice and sweet. Got some spice to it on the back end. RMZ says, definitely like the 101 better than the cask strength. Me too. The cask strength is good, but it just felt like it was trying to be something it wasn't. Pipe Dream 101 feels like what it was supposed to be. So, but anyways, what is everybody else drinking on tonight? So, obviously, we know Christian's been making old fashions because he's been dying. We know North Florida's been having some different pours. Juan's birthday's in about 21 minutes. I keep bulking on Redwood Empire. Oh, balking on Redwood Empire. I have to pick up a bottle. Christian, if I could do you any favors, if you like whiskey at all and you've already like gone through like the basic stuff that you're like, hey, I'm okay with taking a leap, then go with Pipe Dream 101 as your first buy. Pipe Dream 101 is your first buy for 50, 55 bucks. If you're more of a rye person, you got to take the leap and go to Redwood Empire, Rocket Top, Bottled and Bond. 100 proof, really good rye. And if you happen to find the small lot series, then go with Devil's Tower, high rye bourbon first, then the Screamin' Titan. I personally thought the Screamin' Titan was going to be my #1 Redwood Empire. And it's good, don't get me wrong. But when I put the Screamin' Titan and Devil's Tower next to each other, Devil's Tower blew it out the water. So, yeah, surprisingly enough. I like the art on all of them, though. I just find it really fun. So, yeah. Pipe Dream 101 is probably I would have correlate with if somebody's not a beginner, this is their entry bottle here. If you're a full-blown beginner, then the white labels, obviously. Thank you. She brought me water. Shelton says, want me to call in? I mean, if you want to call in, I'm here for it. Think I should call in. I mean, whatever you want to do. I'll get you a link. I have an old-fashioned slushy machine I've been wanting to try. All in favor say aye. Victor says Sazerac store pick. There we go. Sazerac rye store pick? I haven't seen one of those in I don't know how long. Though I turned the slushy machine off, but I mean, it's up to you. We're always here for it. I just texted you the link, by the way. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are on the road to 10 thou wow. Sazerac rye store pick, huh? Okay. You know what's funny? I have no joke. The past 3 times I've went to the liquor store, I've picked up the Sazerac rye. I've almost got to the counter and I was like, damn, I actually want to buy that instead. And the Sazerac rye to me isn't going to do anything for the channel because everybody has either had it or knows what it is. So it's just tasting to me. So that's where I was like, all right, let me just hold off on buying that. And I just always put it back. So eventually I will bring it home. But in the meantime, we do have a special guest. We're going to go ahead and roll that intro for him to come on in. We'll bring him on in.
Right.
AKA High Top, AKA your name isn't showing. Hold on. You're muted. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh.
We can hear you now, probably.
Okay. How do I get the? Oh, there it is. There it is. Bang bang.
Bang bang. Hold on. Let me fix this. Pow.
How was the slushy?
Wow.
What?
Hey, I crowned myself. I'm not. I didn't take the crown. I offered up saying if it's available, I'll take it. And then they just said, "Here you go." I was like, I must be the slushy king.
Uh-huh. Oh, why are you the slushy king? What did you do?
I'm just king of the slushy.
Oh, because you made it. Because you made it.
Because I'm just him when it comes to slushies, apparently.
Okay. I have a lot of questions. Do you have time?
As king, I'll make time.
Where'd the slushy machine come from? Like that's a whopping contraption. Not that I'm like it's like what did you get, a fax machine? No, a printer. It's in the same family as a printer. Like what are we? It's a big move. You know, you gotta love slushies. I mean, it's not like it's like a little ninja blender too. Like that thing is a like you're open up a slushy store.
You want a slushie?
I mean, I do want one. I'm not listen.
Okay, cool.
I'm not
$20.
criticizing it. I'm more of
$20.
just I'm intrigued by it.
It's like when you just get the right purchase. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
No, I bought it for the YouTube series thing that I'm creating. Nobody else knows about that, so I'm not going to go any farther on that.
Okay.
But
How many?
got it
Hold
for
on. How
that.
many videos were you planning to use the slushy machine for that?
50.
Oh, it's no. You're using the slushy for 50 times. The slushy machine's gonna be involved. Okay.
Every time.
Every time.
Well,
So this
hopefully. Maybe not every time, but it could be. It has
Okay. 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 All right. I'm sure.
But I also, besides that factor, was like, I like a good slushie. Who doesn't like a good fun drink? First off, do you like a fun drink?
I love a fun drink. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Asher is gonna like a fun drink, right? Summertime. Could you imagine
Are
him?
you're bringing it over for 4th of July, right?
So I told Liz this because she's like, "Oh, can we
Hold on.
use it?"
The fact that you had to you didn't even say yes it's concerning.
Let me get to the point so that way like it makes sense. Because Liz goes, "Can we use it for the baby shower?" And I go, "Not that you can't, but this is not an industrial size slushy machine. Like, if I filled this up, probably 5 slushies, and it takes 30 minutes. It takes 30 minutes when I do it on a low setting. It could take up to an hour. 5 slushies in an hour, kind of not practical."
So answer my question.
What?
Okay, hold on. 4th of July is a 12-hour event.
Yep.
Like we're morning to night, drinking, partying. I bought a massive slip and slide for the kids.
Yep.
Fireworks that we spend our entire kids' life savings on, and you can't. And you mean to tell me you're not going to bring your industrial slushy maker because it takes an hour to make 5
I'm
when
not
you and
saying
I
won't
both
bring
know?
it, but I'm just saying, if everybody all at the same time goes, "I guess I'm getting a slushie," I'm going, probably not.
Okay, Liz isn't going to drink an old fashioned slushy. My wife's pregnant. We're not giving
okay,
Tommy.
so now you just exclude her?
Tommy's only going to get half of one. Okay,
That's true.
and that's it.
So,
So you and I split 4.5 slushies.
okay.
And while we're drinking
I
the
like how you
half
tried to
slushy, Richard,
downplay 4th of July all in the same sentence. Like if
I'm not downplaying it. You
did your
are.
lights just go out?
It got dark in here, didn't it?
Didn't it? It felt like it got darker. Like if you don't have the whole fucking neighborhood lining up outside. If I brought a slushy machine, put it on the back of the truck, you're gonna tell me every little kid in the neighborhood ain't gonna go, "Can I have slushies?"
No, it's the dad's slushy machine. Go to the slip and slide.
Oh, okay. If we're gonna be strict, then yeah, sure, of course.
I think we have a snow cone maker for those little twats. They're fine.
Um,
Oh, so you were concerned about like the fun part of the slushy? Yeah, that's a good point. If we had to make 5 slushies for kids, we'd be screwed. We
That's
could
what I mean,
probably
like-
crank out 7 kid slushies.
a full thing of just like apple juice. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I pump out 7 to 8 mini slushies like that.
Yeah, we're good then.
Alcohol slushies take a little bit longer. If it's just me and you, we could fucking live off this. 100%.
Well, that's
Oh, 100%.
so you're bringing it. I'm glad. The fact that we, I'm upset we had.
Like that's where I was circling back to. I'm gonna bring it regardless. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's not a good
leveling
move.
your
It's not a good move for the baby shower. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I was like it, because if all the girls were like, "Oh, I want a slushie," I'm like, 5 girls get a slushie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Per
because
hour.
things maybe 2 hours. Yeah.
But I did. So the slushie I made earlier was Buffalo Trace, which is 90 proof. So that plays a big factor into this. The higher proof it is, the less it's going to work, right? Because it doesn't want it to be strong alcohol. And then I mixed cherry Coke. I put a couple of spiced cherry bitters in there as well, and like a spoonful of cherry syrup.
Holy shit! You made a damn slushy, dog.
I made that slushy.
Golly,
It
my
was
boy.
delicious. delicious.
Wow.
I
I
was,
thought you
I,
just ice and
I,
bourbon and just slush it up. Now my dog made a slushy, bro.
but it's what I liked a lot about it was, like when you make a slushy sometimes, like you go to 7-Eleven, fill it up, and once you get to
Yeah, yeah.
like the middle, you got to start poking the straw to really get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that
I'm
because the
listening.
bourbon doesn't freeze, so it had a good consistency of liquid. So it was just like a really cold bourbon cocktail,
Yeah. What
and
we
I
got
was
to
like,
do,
I enjoyed it.
4th of
Plus,
July, we go. I'm
here,
gonna go
look,
pick us
look,
up two
it's
big cold.
this is the aftermath. It's not frozen anymore.
You didn't finish it?
Okay, bro, I made a fucking tank of all like slushies. What do you want me to drink? An entire slushy machine?
Is it still going?
No, I had to turn. Bro, it's loud.
Oh, can you hear? Can I
So
hear it real quick?
the mic apparently didn't pick it up, so I just let it keep going,
Those
and it was
mics you got
closer.
are pretty solid wherever you got those from, but they're pretty legit.
People were like, I can barely hear
You just
you,
said, "Hey,
so I
I thought
can't
that
hear the
lens you're
machine.
working with pretty legit too." That should be your comeback, but that's
And I go, what'd you say?
nothing. Go ahead.
Bro, but it's driving me nuts that it was
Yeah,
just right here, just and I was like,
I guess.
all right, is it done? Are we done all the slushy? Turn it off. Victor said, what kind of slushy are you making? I'm not making any slushy as of right now, but we did make a cherry Coke with spiced cherry bitters, a little cherry syrup, and Buffalo Trace. Made a really mean, I was calling it like a bourbon smash, a little bourbon cherry smash. That's what I just called it. It was money.
I'm gonna get us 2 big foam cups where we should
Yeah.
be just chilling.
I think that's what was needed, was like a foamy cup.
We're gonna be sloshed on slushies.
It's like every 4th of July dream. I'm just saying.
So we were talking tonight because it was like we were out in the pool. It was like 8, 10, and it was sun. It was still sunny out, but we can't wait till 9. Well, I want the kids there.
9 to what?
Shoot the fireworks off. I think we're gonna just shoot them off for like 8, so we should be daytime. I figure we talk about it now since we're talking about bad things.
I was kicking you off.
No, I know. I look. I know it sucks. I mean,
Spend
at the same time,
$1,000
I
on
kind of like
fireworks
when it's kind
and
of
shoot
light
them
out,
off during the
especially for
daytime.
videoing purposes. Like it's kind of a little cooler, you know.
I didn't hear anything you just said.
I was saying, like, I think it'll be cooler. It's kind of like in the movies, like The Sandlot, when it's like a perfect little daylight out.
Don't try to sell me. Don't try
I
to
mean,
sell
we could
me.
do it at 9 o'clock. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, I want the kiddos there.
You just tried to tell me shooting daylight fireworks off during daylight was going to be
It's not, bro. It's still it's 8 o'clock at night. Like it's. I was just shocked how light it was outside. So I was like, God,
We
dude,
still got like 2 weeks. We still got
I
2
love
weeks.
this time of year. Yeah, it's gonna get lighter. I
What?
think peak. Oh no, peak is like what in 4 days.
No, the longer it gets into daylight saving time, the darker it gets earlier. That's why
No,
the time
we're-
changes.
No, I know, but we're not even close yet.
Oh,
I think we're coming up on the
agree.
longest day of the year.
But normally
No,
we
it's
shoot
today.
fireworks off at like 8.
It's today. No wonder it was so fucking bright out.
No, well, normally we shoot fireworks off at 8.
No, there's no way.
I'm just saying, years past, we've always shut it off or started shooting.
No,
off
it's like 8:30. We get out there. We do the 4th, like we do the whole like
My
thing
kid goes
at
to bed
that
at
time.
7, so I don't know why you're complaining to me.
Your kid?
Yeah, 6.
He made it last year.
Oh yeah, he was fucking 5 fucking days old.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle this year for sure.
Hmm.
I'm canceling it at this point.
that's crazy. That today's the longest day of the year. I didn't even maximize it.
Today?
Today's the longest day of the year. Yeah,
What the fuck?
like today. Yeah, today was the longest day of sunlight, I should say.
Well, I kind of wish somebody would have told me.
Just did. Bro, it makes sense. I mean, tomorrow should be pretty long too, though. So this whole week.
I did go to the liquor store at like 8:30, and I was like, wow, it's pretty bright out.
Yeah, right. That's what I was saying. It was still bright. Like 8:20, it was like it felt like it was still sunny out.
Yeah, for sure. And I was like, wow, this is weird.
I wish it could be like that year round, but at the same time, like when it's wintertime, I'm so pumped when it's dark at like now that I have kids that like early so we can go look at lights. Like that's the only like positive. But it's only for 30 days. Then after that, like let's get back to it again.
That's
get
where me
sunny
and you
again.
are opposite though. Like I like both. I like the summertime daylight, and I like
I don't mind it being dark and cold at the winter, yeah. But I only like it for like November and December. That's it. And first half of January.
sure. Okay, I guess I agree with that. Summertime, I like it daylight longer because it just feels better. But I do like all the winter activities you can do when it's cold and dark with the lights, with going to do stuff. I don't know. I like it. That
What
and all my
winter
bourbon works.
activities? What winter activities are you doing then when it's dark and cold out, Richard?
Bar hopping. Fuck.
Yeah, I was saying besides drinking and you're freaking you don't feel as guilty about drinking in the studio. That's what it is.
What are you talking about? I drink here all day, every day.
I like the reason I like when it's cold out because yeah, I want to go out by the fire and have bourbon. Like that's why.
When's the last time you did a stream by a fire pit drinking bourbon? Yeah,
what's that?
I'll
What?
wait.
Never.
That's my point. I have. You're welcome. You want to see the stream? I'll send you the link.
Oh, you did on your balcony. I remember that. Yeah, it was a fire hazard for sure.
No, not the balcony. The balcony was lit. The fire pit. I have a fire pit here. Bro,
You went out to like the fire pit, like
hammered. Bro, I was like, this is a really good fire pit. Bro, I was
if we
drinking
are up
hype.
north in Wisconsin,
What?
like right now, that would be lit.
Wisconsin?
Like a summertime fire pit because it's cold.
100%.
It's like 55.
100%.
Little bourbon cream. Shit.
I was telling somebody earlier about the hot chocolate bourbon cream with Woodford's double oak hot chocolate. How money it is. Were you here for that? Did you see that?
I don't think so.
So take a little Swiss Miss, dark chocolate. Hear me out. Dark chocolate. Make that. Gotta be with milk. Not water. Don't water me. Take a little Buffalo Trace bourbon cream. Little splash. Right?
Splash?
Little splash. Sweetens it
A little
up.
more?
Get a little bourbon cream-esque to it. Then take Woodford.
Oh, because you already have Woodford in it. You already have Woodford in it, right?
Well, that's what's going next. A little Woodford's double oak. The double oak, because it has that chocolate note to it. That, and like, who fucking doesn't like Woodford's double oak? A little splash of that in there, about an ounce. Right? Now you got about 2 ounces of liquor in there. Now hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Marshmallows. If you're feeling crazy, toast the marshmallows.
So it's a dirty old fashioned or a dirty hot chocolate.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that sounds like a video idea if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, I mean,
Must be nice, AB.
AB713 says Buffalo Trace $24.99 at my liquor store. I'm here for that.
Did you check out the up and down?
Yours?
Yeah.
I did. That's why I popped over there and I made like 2 comments or something like that.
Yeah, I saw your comments. What do you think?
I like the look of it. I didn't stay long enough to see how you interacted, but I thought it looked good.
It did well. I mean, I interact like a mofo. We got like 5 different topics from it.
The one thing that is good from it too is like you can cut that all of those up into shorts.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and because they're like actually really good little topics.
Did you interact with the chat?
Very much, more than I normally do.
That's why I like these streams because I mainly am just talking to the people watching, hanging out, stuff like that. My normal wide streams is when I'm trying to be professional.
It's cool watching the multiple thumbnails compete too. It's been fun doing that.
Yeah, your thumbnail was good for it too.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of cool, kind of happy seeing that thing. I mean, that one worked.
Here for it. The only downside is sometimes like on these streams it just pumps ads. Don't know why.
Really?
It's crazy.
That's weird.
It's like YouTube sometimes like listens, you know. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's a slushy machine. I wish I was sponsored by them because they should hit me up. Oh, did you see the PR package we got?
PR package?
Got a little something.
No, from who?
There's not a ton of people in here, so we can show you.
Okay.
You could come over and do this one too if you wanted. It's blind barrels.
Okay.
So,
Can't see it.
shit. That was my letter. So, blind barrels is basically they send you 4 samples, right? And they send you like a tasting guide and stuff like that. And they turn it into a game. It's supposed to be like an experience, right?
Yeah, yeah.
To where you pour up 4 blinds. All the whiskey is craft whiskey, American made, you know, small business, supporting small business, right? And kind of pour them up, and then you can scan the.
They sponsored it?
They sent me that and said, hey, if you like it, we can get you a code, but review it first, make sure it's something that you're okay with, and then we'll talk.
I love it. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool little video.
Yeah,
to do.
I mean, I want to make sure it's legit and like I like it first.
I'm saying both of us.
Somebody
Like,
said
come
you
over.
should cut your beard like Wolverine. Cut my beard, bro. That's savage. First off,
Yeah, I think you
AB
should cut them
says y'all tried that Traveler's whiskey by Buffalo Trace, and so did was Chris Stapleton. Yeah, it's hot garbage.
I like it.
Yeah, I know you like it. It is very like family friendly, approachable for like somebody new.
I'm pissed I didn't buy the car. I should have got the car.
Car?
Yeah, the diecast car, Juniors.
Oh,
I've lost sleep about it since then, bro.
yeah.
I'm not well.
I like the bottle. I got a signed Buffalo Trace Traveler's bottle by Harlan Wheatley, which is their master distiller. They sent me this too because of my review. But I don't like the whiskey. So it just is what it is. But yeah, so the blind barrels is basically you can scan the thing and kind of turn it into a game. You guess the age, you guess the mash bill, you guess the proof, you guess tasting notes, and it will tell you your score, and then it will tell you what you're drinking, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was like a really fun touch. You're supposed to do it with multiple people, right? But at the same time, you can do it by yourself. A little pricey from what I've heard, but I haven't really looked too far into it. But we'll kind of dive into that in like a full review, maybe a live stream next week. But yeah, they sent it to me. They said, hey, like if it's something that you like, then we'll make sure your viewers get a little discount code. But I need to check it out first myself.
True that. Well, big dog, I appreciate you hopping on. Let me hop on. You see my Snapchat?
Oh, the cup?
Can I feel it? Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, you can come check it out. It's kind of like a nice like pop feel. Like it's like a sticker, but not.
Kind of feels a little raised.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you sent me the photo, I was like, it looks like it was raised, which I liked.
It's like a nice like. It's not a sticker, but it feels like that kind of like bubbly sticker.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I get that, and that's, I mean, again, I've made mine. I haven't ordered anything from it. I haven't really promoted it either, so I'm not saying somebody should go buy it, but I made mine because I saw that photo and I was like, you know what, that looks good. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's clean. I've sold like 4 of these.
Really?
A lot of drinkers watching the show.
Yeah, I bought like 4. So.
You did?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
I
appreciate you. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's funny. So what are you doing? Going to bed?
Yeah, I'm zonked. It's a long day. I got a kid's birthday party across the street, Weston, and then I'm blowing up that bouncy house. You guys want to come over?
Where?
Tomorrow I'm bouncing that bouncy house I got.
You got a bounce house?
Yeah, the water slide bouncy house thing for the kids. It was like
you
3.
Just got the bounce. You just got the water slides.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I might be able to make time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll come hang out at the pool and shit. I mean, I'm just gonna be chilling, and I'm making pizza on the grill.
You weren't here for it. You weren't here for it. So
What?
I've been like on this ninja kick. This is Ninja, the slushy machine.
Yeah.
And I go, it was either this or the pizza machine, pizza ninja, bro. I've been like touch and go about buying the Ninja pizza maker.
Is it like a brick oven pizza? Let me look it up.
You went to Anthony's with me, right?
In Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they cook that at 900 degrees. I'm only gonna buy a pizza maker if it goes to 900 degrees. And they release one going 900 degrees, and I go, if I ask for it and they deliver, I like, it's almost like I have to. It's like $250 on Amazon.
This one says 700 max. This is a
What?
Ninja one.
There's two different Ninja ones.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
There's a wood fire and there's an electric.
Oh, this is the wood fire one here. Oh, it's 230. Yeah, the artisan one is only 700 max. But so my grill, I get my grill up to 800.
Which is close enough, to be honest.
Yeah, so I got to figure out kind of how to thin my dough out. So I'm gonna play with it. But yeah, I cook it on the grill. People may it sounds crazy, bro, but like I cook it and it gets a nice crustiness, and then I flip it. You put your ingredients on the crusty side, and then you crust the other side, and so you got crunch on both sides with a fluffy middle. Son, I mean,
I feel like we're getting too old.
Not too late. You got the Addy, bro. Slide on by. Get the little kids in there. We'll get pizza on the grill. I'm dead serious. Like, text me. Because you'll have to pick up some ingredients because I get the pizza from Publix. Like, I'm over here like fucking Papa John's.
Better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John's.
High top John's.
That's funny. No, I'll hit you up. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow. I don't typically do anything. I usually just edit. So I don't work tomorrow. I got cut off on the overtime. So.
Okay. Yeah, the party's at 11. So then I'm sure Ash naps like what, 11, 12?
It just depends when he wakes up, but yeah, it's like 11, 12 to like 1 or 2, and then he's up until like bedtime at 7.
Okay, so then just come over after he wakes up. That's perfect.
I'll text you. I'll kind of give you an idea of when, and then you just let me know.
Yeah, we'll get the pool up back and the redneck pool and the redneck slip and slides. Me bumping.
You just want me to bring the slushy machine.
No, I don't bring it tomorrow. Save it for 4th of July. All right, yeah, you can bring it.
How are we gonna test it?
You're right.
I gotta figure out how to make a red, white, and blue whiskey slushy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with a whiskey.
Yeah.
Do the vodka.
Like 3 batches all at once while also keeping frozen with food dye. Like I don't know how to do it. I gotta figure it out.
I'm down to. It's gonna be tough because if you put like Coke and everything in it too. There's no way.
Use moonshine. The pickle ones. Did you imagine a spicy pickle? A little fucking slushy. Oh.
I wonder if there's like a clear like the blueberry slushy, blueberry moonshine.
Blue lightning.
No, blueberry.
There's things out there that can be dangerous.
We could do the cherry and blueberry moonshine. Bye, Christian.
Christian says I'm hitting bed. Catch you next week, Christian. I'll see you next
Later.
Friday as always, bud. Appreciate you watching. We'll figure it out. Oh, I think he just clicked off at the same time. It's kind of rude. It's like an Irish goodbye, but like in a weird time. Hold on, let me go back to this. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still here. I'm gonna hang out for a few more minutes, and then we'll call it. Nor Flores says, "Happy birthday, Juan!" Cheers, everybody. Let's pour up something good for Juan's birthday. What should I pour? Juan, if you're not here, bud, you better rewatch this. Let's pour up a little Russell's. Let's do 13th Colony. I always do Russell's. It's just Buffalo Trace. I'm going to reuse the Glen, and I'm just going to pour that over. A little 13th Colony Double Oak Slushie. No, let's do. Oh shit! Oh, that thing was in there, boys. All right, so we got a little 13th Colony Double Oak pour for Juan and Ryan. Ryan's birthday was earlier today, I think, and Juan's birthday is right now, 11 minutes in. So, happy birthday to them. Anyways, cheers to you guys. Happy birthday. Congrats on making it another year. And always drink good whiskey. Cheers. What do they say? You can't come in or come on or something like that. God damn, what's the proof on this again? 133.74 proof. Double oaked bourbon whiskey. That thing could punch you in the face with some flavor. Guys, if you're still tuning in, drop what you're drinking down in the chat. Make sure to drop a happy birthday for the boys in the chat. And also, let me know what we should pick up next. Because one of the biggest things I always kind of find is I'm always trying to add to my bourbon hunting list of what you guys want to see me review, but also what I should be drinking. Because you know what I mean? Like, I get a little tunnel vision sometimes. I know I got to get this the Old Fitz 7-year. That's coming. That's regardless. But what else is out there that I should be picking up and should be buying? And also, like, side note to all that, what kind of fucking slushy should we make? Because that's going to be a thing. So, let me know in the chat, obviously. There we go. Let me do this. There we go. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. North Florida says some good short barrel bottles out there. There is some good short barrel bottles out there. There's so many out there right now, though. So I do have the Bee's Knees and the Sapsquatch. Both of those are great, but they're very sweet. That's my only downside with those. 04 SBW Cobra says, what's your top 3 favorite bottles? It's subjective. So, like, if you gave me a little bit more context, I can nail it down 100%. But I can't think I can ever give, like, a favorite lineup without the regular Woodford's Double Oak. Price-wise, flavor-wise, personally, it's the bourbon that got me into bourbon in general. So I think Woodford's Double Oak's got to be up there. If I had to add in, like, a creative pour, like something that's a little bit, like, more allocated, harder to get, I'm going to go with the Still Austin cast strength, or not still off in cast strength. Jesus Christ. Tanger, the Scar blend. This one has been one of my favorites, one of my go-tos for a while. If I had to go from there, you could really pick up anything New Rift, Redwood Empire, or Still Austin, and it's gonna be up there. But just for like giggles, let's go 13th Colony, Double Oak, little Georgia whiskey. So, Woodford's Double Oak, Still Austin, Tanger, 13th Colony, Double Oak. Mr. Joker in the chat says, "What's up, everyone? How is the fam doing? Hey, better late than never." Hey, Joker. I mean, better late than never. I'll agree. I have a little Grizzly Beast earlier for you. I kind of poured it out in memory of you. It was good. Mine's oxidized, so I wish I had your bottle. North Florida says, also, they released 2 double oaked bottles for short barrel. They did. The double oaked short barrel I had that was at Shores Liquor, let's say a couple weeks ago, was incredible. Really good. I just wasn't, I was trying to buy something else other than a double oaked. Because personally, I feel like if I bought everything that I want, it would always be double oaked. It would always be sweet. It wouldn't be what everybody else cares to hear about. It'd be only what I want. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I kind of try to play a good middle ground. That's why I didn't pick it up. But the short barrel double oak that I tried was phenomenal. So, 04 says, nice. What's your favorite top 3 bourbons? 04? 04 Cobra. What's your top 3? Give me 3. Or give me 1. I don't care. I tried the 13th Colony double oaked. Still one of my favorite pours. I feel like it's one of those bottles that I need to share with people, right? Because it is incredible. And as much as I'd love to keep it, I feel like I'd be doing that bottle a disservice if I don't share it with people, because I know I can't drink it fast enough, you know? North Florida says, I have a double oak Burr Rye from Short Barrel. Really good. A little Burr Rye double oak would be spot on. My only complaint about the short barrels I have really is the 2 that I have are ridiculously sweet. Sapsquatch and Bee's Knees. They're really good. I'm moving this off here because I can't I can't continue with it, you know? Let me move the camera. So, like, I have these 2. Ooh, little clean clanks. I have these 2, and they're good. They have their time and place, but at the end of the day, they're a little overly sweet. Dessert pours is kind of what I categorize them as. If I had to choose one, I'm probably going Bee's Knees first. I think it's a little higher proof. Mine's 111 versus Sapsquatch actually is 118 proof. They're both single barrel selected from Golden Ox, if anybody's curious. But the Bee's Knees being like, I don't know, something with honey. It being overly sweet, it almost kind of goes with it, where the maple just kind of overpowers a lot. So, I don't know. Joker says, Bear, what's up? What's the plans for the channel? Any summer special shorts or lives or event giveaways? Well, Joker, I'm glad you asked. I have some things in the works. I don't know how well it's going to pan out, but I'm trying. I'm trying to put together a really fun series. And I don't mind sharing it with you guys, kind of bouncing my ideas off. But what I want to do is like a 30 days of drinking bad whiskey, right? I know that sounds crazy, but I want to do like a 30 days event, whether if it's for charity or whether if it's for the channel in general. I want to do 30-day series where I post a video every day for 30 days of drinking bad whiskeys, reviewing it, going over different options with it, trying to save the bottle or not, you know, things like that. And I feel like that would be really fun for 2 reasons. One, who doesn't love to watch somebody suffer, right? But also that I get to test low budget and bad whiskeys to see which ones are actually good, which ones are actually shit, which ones can be saved in a cocktail and which ones can't. So I have some things in the works with that. I'm just trying to figure out the details of it, of how I can make it logically make sense. Giveaways would be at the end of that series if I did it. And obviously I have some shorts that I always work on too, but I feel like I've given you guys the excuse the same thing every month this year. As I have been busy trying to figure out life. I feel like I started this channel and my life kind of punched me in the face all at the same time. So I've been trying, but I give you credit. Like I could try harder. So I want to create a really fun series, something that's bingeable, something where if you miss one, it's not the end of the world, but like you can go back and rewatch all of them and really still have a good time watching them. So I'm trying to create something really fun that you haven't seen in the bourbon or whiskey industry before. So I think I can. The question is I need to figure out the details. North Florida says I've tried 13th Colony Double Oak. It was really good. I haven't forgot about that sample you have for me. I have. You have it with the Rust 15. I got you a Russell's 15 sample, 13th Colony sample. I got you the Still Austin sample, Woodford's Double Oak if you want it. Like, if you, I don't know if you want that one, but if you want it, I got you. I owe North Florida like a lot of credit for a lot of my allocated bottles this year. But he let me know about the drop, which kind of led to a trickle effect of a lot of things that I got. So 100% North Florida. When we meet again and hang out, no, for sure. I got you on like all the good bottles I have. I'll hook you up with samples of everything. I don't care. You can come over and drink it if you want. I could care less. Joker says, how are you feeling from the wreck? You getting better? I hope. How's the wife and the son? Special guest vids? That'd be cool. So normally I go live for the NHL playoffs and stuff. I didn't this year for a couple of reasons. One, I was just really enjoying my time with the wife. Me and her were watching. She was really into it this year, which was fun for me and her to like really just enjoy something with me and her. So I didn't go live because of that. My son's great, right? He's so big now. Yeah, he's I don't know how to describe it. It's different, right? Because last year, same time last year, he was like this. Couldn't talk, couldn't crawl, couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. And this year he's running around. And I say, the Panthers are number, and he goes, 1. So like it's a really, really cool experience. It's different, you know? It's different. He's growing really fast though. So the wife was in here at the beginning of the stream. Just she didn't really talk. She was just kind of hanging out watching, you know. North Florida says, I think you would like the short barrel toasted. I probably would. Short barrel brings out really good stuff. There's nothing I can complain about them. North Florida says, we have been trying to get out to St. Augustine. I think he says, I'll hit you up if I don't see you before then. If you ever come to St. Augustine, just let me know. Technically, I'm in Jax, but I'm close enough to St. Augustine that you can categorize as St. Augustine. You, the wife, it doesn't matter. You want to come swing by the bar, you can drink whatever the fuck you want, to be honest. I need somebody to drink it. So if you want to come drink my stuff, come drink my stuff. So my bar is always open if I'm home. If I'm not home, that'd be weird. But like if I'm home, just let me know. 13th Colony Double Oak. It's still phenomenal. The short barrel is only up here because I was talking about it. I'm not going to pour that up. A little too dessert-esque. Let's pour up a little Rust 15, though, because I love a good excuse to drink that bottle, to be honest. Joker says I'm on my way. Joker, you can come on too. Really, any of you guys, the OGs, if you ever were to be in my area, you just let me know. We'll link up. I'll make sure you're not a serial killer. We'll bring you over to the bar. I legit have more whiskey than I'll ever be able to drink. So, to be honest, part of my video series that I'm thinking of is honestly giving away parts of my collection. Obviously not like the Russell's 15. As much as I would love to give away a Russell's 15, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, probably not. But I have a whole bottom 2 shelves here that I could give away tomorrow and not blink an eye. And I have things down there that aren't bad or not great either, but my Kirkland's bottled and bond, my old granddad bonded, Evan Williams bonded, Clyde's made 5 years, all my Yellowstones, my Shady Mile, Henry McKenna 10-year, my 1792s, my old granddad 114s down there, but that doesn't. No, that stays with me. Bank Street Bourbon Whiskey, the Piggyback Whistle Pig, Early Times Bottled and Bond, one of my Travelers, Caribou Crossing, my Maker's Generations of Proof. Like, I could do without all of those. Joker says, guest video for a live, LOL. I mean, if you were here, you can go live with me, obviously. At the Legends house, drinking bourbon. Clickbait. Oh, I'm kidding. I mean, we'd have a good time. I'd make you some old fashions the proper way. I mean, you'd have to get an Uber home for sure. Like, I'll just put it like that. You'd be Ubering home. Or sleeping on the couch or something weird. Like, we could cuddle, but not all night, you know? Like, just normal stuff. I'll make you a slushie with the slushie machine. Get my money's worth. Phenomenal, bro. That Russell's 15, like, just phenomenal. Austin in the chat says, hey, everyone, long time no see. I've been in London starting up a new business with my brother who lives there. Austin, it's been a minute, bud. Glad to see you. Glad you're doing okay. Excited for the new business adventure. If you want to give me a quick, hey, what kind of business? Just because I'd love to know. If you don't feel comfortable, totally fine. But that's exciting. I'm glad to see you grow. So, cheers to you, Austin. Cool invite, though. Because, like, I guess I don't like London, whatever. I don't like business. I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Joker says, half cuddle session, ... Nice. Deal. No take backs. Okay. You caught me. Oh, it's a deal. That's funny. I mean, after a certain amount of bourbon, it doesn't matter what the time limit looks like, you know? We'll watch some UFC fights and just kind of cuddle up. I'm big spoon, for sure. Like, I ain't no little spoon. I will say, it's either the pours that I've had tonight, maybe it's the 13th Colony, but that pour wasn't that great of the Russell's 15. I've drank some different stuff tonight. I've had some Buffalo Trace, some Penelope Architect Creme Brulee, Woodford's Toasted, Woodford's Chocolate Whisper Redux. I've had some Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast, and I've had the Pipe Dream 101, 13th Colony Double Oak, and then the Russell's 15. Right? Again, not full pours of anything, just kind of like mini pours. But I will say, like, that 13th Colony Double Oak is so potent, coat your palate so much with, like, tobacco and oak and just these, like, really rich tasting notes. It just kind of coat your palate. The next pour afterwards really should just be fucking water. So maybe I just kind of give it a little rinsey rinse. Let's follow it up with a little Celsius. This is a sponsor I actually needed, Celsius. Just saying. Throwing it out there. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what are you guys sipping on? You having a cocktail? You having a pour? 9 of you, 10 of you in the chat. Let me know what you're sipping on. So if not, I mean, no big deal too. But This Russell's 15 is, again, phenomenal. Great stuff. Can't complain. Now that I've cleansed the palate, let's see if it bounces back. $100%. What's the proof on this? 117? Yeah, 117.2 proof. It did. That 13th colony coats the inside of your mouth like nobody's business. So you really do need to rinse with like some water or a different drink of something. I'm not saying you have to, but if you're going to follow it up with Russell's 15, I think it's a must. Because the inside of my mouth was coated like crazy. Raging Cajun in the chat says OCD number 5. Okay, pretend I'm like 100 years old. What does OCD number 5 mean? Just for the young people, you know? Let them know. Just in case they forgot. Austin says it's an oil shipment company that sends oil from the United States to the UK. Damn, Austin. Okay. That's some big boy shit right there. That's pretty cool. Congrats. Proud of you. Good job. Hopefully it works out. I know it's going to work out. You got it. Fuck, I'm not talking about. I know you got it. When you start making all that big boy money, though, again, just remember the little people over here on YouTube. You know what I mean? Buy us a good bottle or something, whatevs. Mitch Joker says, my pops had some Knob Creek 12-year today. Okay, what do you think? My dad probably had like dirt and water because he's dead. I'm kidding. He's not dead, but I'm like, that was a little too much. You guys don't get my humor that much. What did Pops think of it? Is he like it? Is he a bourbon guy? Should Dad be subscribed instead of you? Glens Creek Distilling out of Kentucky. I have zero idea who that is. Honestly, like, what's crazy is like I'm like the worst with names. That could be like Green River for all I know, and I'm drawing a blank because I'm horrible at names. So Glens Creek Distilling, GCD, but you put OCD. I'm just saying. I just want to point that out. Trying to throw me off, throwing you off. Anything out of Kentucky, I'm sure is money because most of the stuff out of Kentucky is great. OCD number 5 is one of their SKUs. This is one pick from 210.90. Okay. Let's give them a little look-see or something, you know? Raging Cajun, where are you from? Are you from Kentucky? Are you in that area? Just out of curiosity. If you don't feel comfortable answering, please don't. Let's see. Glens Creek Distilling. Out of Woodford County. Great county. Oh, they got some YouTubers on their page, apparently. No alcohol shipping. No shipping alcohol. We can't ship alcohol. How many times do we need to say it? 25% restocking fee on canceled order. Read carefully. Okay, that was aggressive. Just curious. Jesus Christ. I felt like attacked in the first 10 seconds of being here. Okay, there's a lot of YouTubers on their page besides me. I'm just saying. But so how legit can they actually be? They didn't reach out to me. Okay, I don't like their artwork. I'm not saying they're bad at all because I don't have a single clue. But, no joke, half the battle with me is how does the bottle look? If you're willing to put that much effort into having a whiskey brand, I think you need to put that much effort in to what it looks like. What does the bottle look like? What's the artwork look like? I feel like it should have its own story. Maybe I'm too picky. I'm not trying to be. I really am not. like Still Awesome, for example, they have different artists come out almost every time, create these really fun looking artworks. Redwood Empire does the same thing. So you can't tell me a local artist can't come out and do that. So South St. Louis, Rage Cajun says, okay, you're about on the same level as I am. It's definitely a bit of a drive. Joker says, hey, it's smooth and dessert kind of bottle. He said, apple pie, I tried it. It's okay. I have better from your bottle I won in the Eagle Rare. Whoa. Hey, there we go. I mean, that Redwood Empire that you won, it was phenomenal. 12 years, okay. Nothing wrong with that. The Knob Creek. Eagle Rare is definitely better than all three of them, but that's just my opinion. Joke says, it was a low blow, bro. I'm hurt. I'm unsubscribing. My bad, bro. My bad. Norfolk says, I was going to say, most Cajuns hail from there. What's the oldest bottle you have? Oldest bottle I have. Fuck. I have zero clue, bro. I don't know. Maybe the little book, because it has like some 14 and 15 year in it. I don't know. Era 10 year, New Reft 8 year, Jack 10 year. I don't know. Knob Creek 9 year, Russell 10. I have no clue. I have zero. Oh, Russell's 15 year. I really don't know. Oh, my other camera died. Holy shit! What a weird way to keep the stream going. So like oldest is probably a little subjective because anytime I have anything that's kind of old, it usually is a blend of like multiple different ones. Because like I have the Tanger, which is like a blend of older ones too. So Joker says your camera died. I don't know, my bad. That's on me. I get it. News about whiskey says, what are we talking about? Just joined. Well, news for whiskey. Welcome to the stream, baby. Happy Friday. Well, Saturday now. We've talked about a whole bunch. We're talking about apparently what's the oldest whiskey I have. I broke out the Slushie machine tonight and made a little Buffalo Trace and Cherry Coke Slushie. We've drank some different whiskeys, so we've kind of just been Friday streams. We just get a little buck wild, you know, do a bunch of different stuff. So, our Florida says, other than the 12-year, Pappy bottles look pretty cool. Sometimes. North Florida says, I also have a Balconies 2021. I mean, kind of most stuff just averagely ages for like the 4 to the 7 years, you know? So when it gets older than that, it's just kind of a question. Because I have the 8-year Wild Turkey, 10-year Jack Daniels. I don't know. I'm going to guess, pretty safe to say the Russell's 15 is probably the longest age one I have. What's happening here? There we go. Oops. Joker says, have you opened that Japanese bourbon anymore? Yeah, absolutely, bro. I love my Hibiki. Where is it at? I've moved it a couple times. Hibiki. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, the only issue is it's really low age, really low proof. It's good, but to me, like it's really not great for like the YouTube channel stuff. But for me and the wife, it's really like a date night style bottle because it reminds us of when we were dating before the kid. Because I would go get a Japanese old fashioned and from P.F. Chang's and stuff like that. So Austin says, is what? Oh. Conca Rich whiskey is what I'm trying right now. Hell yeah. Raiden says, you have an email? I can send you some samples if you like. As long as it's not COVID samples, yeah, absolutely. Let me just put it in the chat. That is my email. North Florida says my pops has a 38-year-old Scotch. I'm sure you would love it. I mean, I wish I would. Scotch, I'm just never been the biggest fan of. I would seriously love to really find a Scotch that I actually really like. I've not had any yet that I'm like, yeah, that's good. I want to drink that again. So as much as I wish, I just don't think it's gonna be the case. Austin said Clyde's made whiskey. Clyde made whiskey is not that great. So sorry. Mr. Joker just copied my email. Appreciate it. Harrison says Friday night. Indeed. Harrison, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Good morning, Saturday, if that's where you're at in the world. North Florida says, awesome. We just killed our second bottle. Bourbon Barn had them for $19.99. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're getting a little old. We're not even 3 years. Fuck me. 3 hours in, and I'm already like just exhausted. Joker's like, here's your email, bro. I'm like pretty sure that's my email, right? Joker would know. He's emailed me. Wasn't the best in my opinion. The Clyde's made? No. It's definitely towards the bottom shelf. Patrick Littledew says old bottle. Old bottle of what? My oldest bottle? Fucking shit. I don't know. Probably my Knob Creek 9-year. It's been sitting up there forever. My oldest bottle that's probably oxidized is my Bardstown single barrel, to be honest. I saved like a little bit of that, hoping that it would like stay good. No way it did, but I have my 4th of July bottle from last year, but I didn't drink too much of it, so it can't be too oxidized. I don't know. You never know, really. The Ridge and Coke. Do you not like Knob Creek 9? To be honest, no. Knob Creek 9-year was like one of the first bottles that I bought, and I liked it. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, but it was one of those bottles where like I bought Woodford's Double Oak, Knob Creek, Angel's Envy, Buffalo Trace, regular Woodfords, stuff like that. And the Knob Creek always fell to the bottom of that list. And like Knob Creek 9 by itself, it's not bad, but it doesn't impress me enough to go, oh, I gotta get Knob Creek. So it's just no joke. Like I can pull it down. Like you can see, it's the same bottle from when I started this channel, like 2 years ago. You can see I really haven't touched it. It's 100 proof. Nothing wrong with it. Like I'm not saying it's a bad bottle, but it's everywhere right now. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a bar or a restaurant, they have it. So I can't say I can't get it everywhere. There's something about it that just goes, I could do better, So I don't know. It's just not my favorite. I really like the Knob Creek 12-year though. Austin says, I'm about to switch my old friend's Maker's Mark. Never lets me down. Oh, Maker's Mark? It's always a solid pour. Patrick Lodu says 12. The 12-year Knob Creek is great. I really like that. I've been sent a couple samples of that. I've done it blind. It is really good. The 9-year, there's something with the 9-year. I.W. Harper recently tried. It was harsh. Haha, not a fan. Get it? I get it. Clipsy in the chat. Welcome back, baby. He says, yes, sir. Do you remember me? Keep it up. Love the stream setup. Clipsy, of course I remember you, bro. As always. Always a fan when you come in the chat. Appreciate it. We keep the stream pumping. You miss it. We were doing slushy old fashions, a little slushy Buffalo Trace cocktails earlier. So we've been trying to step it up, but we also default to like, let's hang out, let's talk some bourbon, let's talk some whiskey. And yeah, so if you guys are just now popping in the chat, welcome to stream. Happy Friday or good morning Saturday. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to get to 10,000 wow, a little 10K. It's a big goal. I get it. If we can hit it before the end of the year, I'll fucking get, let me not speak. Y'all hold me to it. I was going to say, I'll get butt naked, run down the street or something. Fuck it. I'll get butt naked, run down the street. The wife would kill me for that. Y'all won't do it anyway. So, I don't know. Y'all can throw out something I have to do if I hit 10K before New Year's. My New Year's stream will be the biggest stream of the year, as always. We'll go over my entire collection. We're going to go over awards, subscriber awards, wrench awards, bourbon awards, stuff like that. So I always look forward to the end of the year for that kind of stuff. Patrick Lil Do says they are putting the 9-year barrel pick out in a flurry. They are, always. You know what I mean? Knob Creek and Elijah Craig, they always are sending their barrel picks out. It just kind of is what it is. North Florida says, if you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe. Let's go. Cheers, baby. North Florida, as always, I appreciate you. Working that, North Florida heard me say that wrench award, and he's like, I got you. Let me wrench it out. Clipsy said, you said you were a wedding photographer, right? Technically, I am. I do wedding photography, videography. I've been shutting down my business, though, to be honest. I have not been doing that for a little bit. A little bit, I mean a couple months. I've been slowly closing that down because I've been trying to focus more on this YouTube channel, focus on my other jobs. It was my full-time job during 2020, 2021, 2022. That's all I did was wedding photography. Mark took a weird turn. Clients took a weird turn. And as much as I love it, it just kind of took the passion away for me. So I just want to do something I really enjoy doing. That's all, you know? It feels like a lot to ask nowadays in a world we live in, but I enjoy talking about whiskey. I enjoy having a good cocktail. Enjoy this, you know? And if I can incorporate my wedding photography and videography into this, then fuck yeah, let's do it. So when that business is done, it doesn't mean I'm done with the cameras. I still enjoy it. AB says, you enjoy a cigar with your whiskey? Fuck yeah, I do. Fuck yeah, I do. So I'm not a big cigar connoisseur. So don't let me try to preach like I am. I can show you what I smoke. I'm indoors though. I'm in my apartment, so I can't light it up if I wanted to. But I love the acid brands. Let me see if it'll get it to focus. You can't really see that. But it's an acid brand, little blue ribbon around it. They're good. I like them a lot because they're sweet on the mouth. I also have a Buffalo Trace cigar. Buffalo Trace. And of course I have one from my wedding still, which is the Joker cigars. Right? My buddy gave me those. And I have a couple of other ones. Like I have a pack of the Eagle Rare cigars. These are okay. They're really good with a good bourbon. But besides that, you know, where's the hot wife? I'm right here, Steve. Right here. Clippy says, your camera quality catches my attention, but I love that you have a drive for streaming. I appreciate it, Clipsy. My camera quality is always A1, but I try to make it better each time. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I can't say I know everything, but I will say that I feel like the camera quality itself should speak for itself. Now, I want it to be entertaining, so, you know, if that's the only thing, I need to do better. So, Austin says, have you ever tried Bywater bourbon? I have not. AB says, oh yeah, acids are nice. They are. I like them. They're really approachable, really family-friendly vibes. Like anybody could walk up and go, oh, I want a cigar. And they could smoke and be okay with them is what I would say family-friendly is. So that's kind of my thoughts. You can't go wrong with a good acid cigar, but they're not as complex as everybody else wants them to be. So, but Steve with the comment of the night says, where's the hot wife? I mean, if I'm not good enough for you, Steve, I don't know what to tell you, but my wife's sleeping, as hot as she is, but Our Floor says, no better production in all of whiskeytube than Call Me Old Fashioned. You know, I love to be biased and be like, no, other people are better, but no, fuck that. What y'all want to see? Let's do a little, I think I have Bruzel stuff still up, right? No, let's do Frey Ranch. Pow, baby, what's up? B-roll midstream. Let's pour up Frey Ranch. Now that we have that going. This will be the last pour of the night. I love a good B-roll sequence, you know? That's always a given. Raiden says, just said that in the email I sent. Some of the best cameras in the game. Hey. I know. Do you think I'll ever stream on Kick? Kick? I don't even know what Kick is. Maybe. I'm not opposed to streaming on anything. Now, I will say, granted, I am monetized on YouTube. Technically, the longer you guys hang out, the longer you guys watch, the more I make. But let's be honest, it is pennies. I'm not making a fortune. This is not enough to live off of. We're talking, if you guys hung out with me the entire live stream, maybe I make $5. You know what I mean? Like, let's make sure you guys realize I'm not making shit on YouTube. So that just is what it is. I'd love to make $1 million on YouTube or something crazy. It's just not like that. North Florida says, I have some Cappuccino cigars lately, as well as some acids. They're willing to try, as well as some acids. Always willing to try a nice cigar. I have some other cigars I wanna pick up. Maybe I can try it with North Florida or somebody else. I think that'd be cool. I love cigar streams. So maybe, don't let me get ahead of myself. I always do this. Maybe tomorrow, late night pour edition of a stream. I do it from my phone. We'll go out to the fire pit. We'll smoke a cigar and have like 1 to 5, 15, 25 pours, something like that. Some crazy. I'm kidding. No, we'll have a couple pours. We'll go out to the fire pit and have a cigar. So if you guys are big into cigars, when this ends or another video, just say, hey, I want to see more cigar content. And I'll fucking do it. I'm always down. Just not a lot of people care about that stuff right now from what I see. Joke says, Call Me Old Fashioned is definitely better looking than the wife. Hey. Don't tell the wife. Hey, shh. Clippy says, yeah, I know you would do so. And Kick, we should probably look into the partner programs. Pays crazy for small streamers. It's 95 to 5 split. Maybe I should look into Kick. You like Frey Ranch? Ragin', I love Frey Ranch. So I have this bottle. Just to quickly go over it. I've done reviews on it, so like I won't go too in depth. This is Frey Ranch's farm strength. I like doing the farm strength anytime I talk about this bottle because it's just fucking fun, right? Farm farm strength, uncut. This is 123.88 proof. Now, I will say, with this bottle in particular, it's delicious, right? I love something that's not Kentucky for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the rebel in me. But when it's not Kentucky, I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go. But it's sweet. It's spicy. It's got the proof. It's got like this. It just has a lot of uniqueness to it that I'm not used to. It's like very overwhelming of how different it really is. The mash bill's right here on the side. 66.6% dent corn, 10% winter wheat, 11.4% winter rye, and 12% two-row barley malted on site. To me, like, their labels are one of the best in the game. Between the proof, the design, the labeling, the mash bill, just everything. Like, I get it, it's simple. The bottle is also one that would kill somebody if you whack somebody upside the head. That's a different story, but I like it. I like it a lot. It's unique. It's different. It's non-Kentucky, small distillery. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of it. I do want their like cream cheese one or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. North Florida says, cigar stream, let's go. Need to light this bonfire too. Just got the cigar batch from Small Batch. A little 13th, 113 here to end the night. Hell yeah. I wish I had that, but I get it. Nice grain note in the mid palate. That is unique in that farm strength. Best cap in the biz. Oh, best cap. Yo, best cork. Bro, this cork kills somebody for real. Easiest way I could put it, I'm just a big fan of the Frey Ranch. It took me a while to get this bottle because it's a little pricey, a little bit different, right? But I don't know. There's something about it that just makes me go, fuck yeah, right? Ragin says, I have Farm Strength Batch 12. It's so grain forward, I just can't get into it. Awesome bottle, great transparency, but too grain forward, you can't get into it. That's strange to me. Like, I get it. Like, everybody's their own opinion. Mine's batch 14. So maybe mine's a little bit different, right? Maybe that's why I like it so much. I have zero idea the difference in the batches. So I can't speak on that. So I don't know. But I like the proof a lot. I like the whatever's going on in this bottle because it's just magical. It's sweet and spicy. It's almost like it hits the best of all worlds, right? It gives me a little bit of that rye spice. It gives me the sweetness. It gives me the proof to say, hey, I can hold up in anything you're about to put me in, so do whatever you want, baby. But also, like, I just really enjoy it neat. Austin said, someone told me to drink some Jameson. I said, hell no. I politely declined. Jameson whiskey is nasty. Austin, it's probably the best comment you made all night. Jameson's not horrible, but it's not great, right? So it's not American whiskey. If it's your only option, you know what I mean? Drink what you want, right? Don't let nobody sway your decision. But if you have an option between American whiskey or Jameson, the answer is clear. Norfolk says agreed, Cajun, but I think I'm used to those notes with all the corn whiskey around here. Norfolk says I'm having a Fat Boy Jr. sandwich, smaller version. Hey, I can go for a good snack attack right now. 3-hour live. I was trying to make it like a longer live stream than normal, but you know, to be honest, I probably just won't be able to. Let me check one thing real quick. If we're close, I'm gonna hang on for dear life. Guys, if you're just now tuning in, there's 9 of you watching, 27 likes. Drop a little sub, help us get to 5,000. That should be our real goal. It's 5,000. I said 10,000, but 5,000 is a realistic goal. Alex in the chat says, "What's up, good sir?" Alex, what's up, baby? Welcome back. Been a minute. We did hit a decent amount of watch time too, so like I'm not mad at it. I was hoping we'd grow a couple more subscribers. Guys, if I go live on my normal wide version, will you guys tune in? That's the question. Because when I go live like this, we just don't get as many viewers as normal. So if you guys haven't already, turn the bell on so that way you know when we go live. Wider angle live streams typically do better long term. So obviously help me help you. That's all. I've been dialing back the live streams a little bit. And that's mainly because I want it to make sense for everybody. I spent a lot of time live, right? Drinking, stuff like that. I want it to make sense for you guys. I want it to live long on YouTube. But I also don't want to crack every bottle I possibly have if it doesn't make sense for YouTube, you know? I crack a lot of bottles, first impressions live, and there'll be like 5 people in here, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Because I'm a net negative on this channel. If you really look at the statistics, I like you can see it. I have 80% of my whiskey behind me. You can see I don't make that kind of money from YouTube. So help me help you, baby. The Frey Ranch, though, and I'm always going to be honest. Like the Frey Ranch is incredible. I'm a big fan. I think a lot of stuff too is like, if you feel like you match up with my profile, you match up with my palate, then you're gonna like a lot of things I like. If you don't, then just pay attention. You know, that's all. Like, make sure that like we match up in some case, or maybe we're opposite. And you'll like everything I hate. You know, because I go over stuff I don't like too. But Frey Ranch I definitely like. It's sweet, spicy. It's got the proof. I think it hits a good middle ground for most people in the whiskey industry. So to me, the Frey Ranch uncut farm strength is a pickup for anybody, in my opinion. Ozzy says, I like some strong American whiskey that will grow some hair on your chest like a man. Like a man. North Floyd says, consistency is important. I get that. I agree. I need to be better at consistency on my side too. That's why I want to do like a 30 or 50-day challenge video. And I'm working on it. I'm doing better. I promise. If you saw what I saw on this side, you'd be impressed. I can't expect you to be impressed until you see it. So just bear with me. We got some stuff coming. Joker says that Bumble match my dog. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think that's where our live stream is going to end. It's been a stream. I need to get some food though. So if you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe. We do go live every Friday. Times are varying. It's between 9 Eastern time and 10 Eastern time, somewhere in that window typically, now that hockey's over. But if you like videos like this, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And ladies and gentlemen, let me cue the music. Ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I will see you on the other side. Peace. Go for it, so I'm pretty consistent. Every Friday at 10 for a while. That's the point. Keep doing the thing. Appreciate it. I think I'm consistent, but I can do better. That's just an honest opinion. I can do better. So I will do better. You guys will see. You'll enjoy the content. Hopefully. So I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side. quick. North Florida said it better. My camera died. But North Florida said, join the Discord. Guys, if you don't have the link to the Discord, North Florida, if you have the link to the Discord, drop it. It's going to take me a second to get it. But I'll get it. Let me do this. I'll drop the link to the Discord. Discord. How do I... I'm not the best at Discord. So if you want, if North Florida has it, or we'll post it in a post later. How about that? Let's make it easier on everybody, because I have zero clue how to do it. Yeah, I'll just make a post later. There's no way I can figure this out. I'm not the best at Discord. We have mods that do all this kind of stuff. So if you want to join the Discord, definitely take North Florida with it. There we go. North Florida, copy and paste that link. Join the Discord. We do, I mean, it's not a normal Discord. We do post some stuff that when we find stuff, especially in like the Florida region, we talk some shit. We have some fun. Make sure you copy that link. Join the Discord. Have some fun. North Florida's always close. He's working for that wrench of the year, baby. But yeah, again, we were cueing the outro. So let me re-cue that up. If you haven't already, join the Discord, join the family, and I will see you on the other side. I don't know why I hit that.